Hello and welcome to the Paizo Twitch channel. We are members of Find the Path and Far Beyond the Stars podcasts here raising money for Jasper's Game Day. So I'm your GM today. I'm Jessica Jenkins, and I am joined by Heidi. You want to tell us a little bit about you?
So I'm on the spot, I guess. First off, name's Heidi Owens, she, her pronouns. I'm from the Far Beyond the Stars podcast over on the Fantastic Worlds Network. We have a lot of great shows out there. It's tons of fun. I'm super excited to join up with Jess, Jordan, Rick, and Rachel today for this. So,
all right, passing it over to Jordan.
Happy to have you.
Hey guys, I'm Jordan Jenkins. Definitely related by marriage to Jess. So I'm part of Find the Path. And we have a number of different podcasts. We do some Twitch streaming, Discord, all this great stuff. You can find me on Twitter at WizJenkins.
All right, Rachel.
I am Rachel Sandage, though everybody calls me Rach. I am Rick's other half. That's pretty much me.
And last but not least, Rick.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rick Sandage. I am the usual host and game master for the Find the Path podcast actual play of the Mummy's Mask, Tyrant's Grasp, and Hills Rebels of Interpaths.
You have been usurped.
Yeah, I stole the throne.
I'm on vacation, if you can't tell.
True, vacation. Today we are raising money to prevent suicide. It's suicide prevention. So there's a lot of ways that you can donate. I believe that there's a link on the screen for the Tiltify service. And if you donate, you can actually request things from us in the game. You can give, what does Jason Bullman call them? Villain points to me. You can give hero points to the players. You can give them helpful items. You can let them add a D4 to their rolls. Lots of different options for donations today. And then, of course, you can always just donate because it's a great cause. And, we said to. Is that a good reason?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because we're also probably going to need it.
Yes, they will need it. Sure, they'll definitely need it.
I know my luck.
So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. So our adventure begins on a small island in the most southern tip of the Wandering Isles of Minata in Tianjia. I have a little map here for y'all. Just, it wouldn't be Find the Path if it didn't have unnecessary but really cool lore. So here's where we are. So you're in this kind of southwestern portion on all these little islands. This island in particular, or this region, is called Renda Pulu, which is known for demon worship, cannibalism, and other atrocities. It is such a terrifying place that even the pirates who call Minata home avoid this area. None of you have seen any of these things. You've spent your last couple of months here with Inda, your mentor. She's this lovely lady in this little picture frame on our landing page here.
She's adorable.
She's adorable. She is an Anugobu wondercrafter. You know her as a small woman, not as small as some of you, of course. We'll get to that in a second. She stands about 2 feet tall, wispy white hair, big eyes. Her skin is kind of a woody brown. But she's always, pleasant. She has laugh lines, the whole benevolent, fun mentor kind of vibe. And while you haven't really gone outside of her demi-plane workshop, which is where you all are now, she's spent most of her time recently consumed with repairing an ancient clock tower somewhere on this island. You spent so many hours making gears and knobs and all sorts of doodads, or at least helping carry parts or prepare meals or keep people company while they did the making. So that is where you are now, in a crowded, lively workshop full of other puppets just like you. So let's do a little bit of character introduction. Let's start with Heidi. I'm going in this order that's on our landing page, if you haven't guessed.
I see. That's why I'm for
On the point.
Yes. So go ahead. Tell us a little bit about you.
Oh, yeah. So I'm playing Hannelore, Hannelore Higgins. She is a poppet, obviously. Everyone, I think we're all poppets.
All puppets.
Everybody loves poppets.
She's
She
a toy poppet, which means that she is smaller than most of the rest of the poppets. Meant to be sort of an action figure, made up to look like an Alkenstar scout. Complete with her very own Harmona gun. She is a gunslinger and a gambler. A bit likes to spend whatever coin she can, on cards and dice and games of chance.
Really, really small cards.
Yes, tiny, in fact. If you've ever seen the world's smallest Magic the Gathering cards, they are about 2 inches by 1 inch. Yeah.
Perfect.
Just like that.
All right. And what would Hannelore be doing in the workshop?
I imagine that she's pretty dexterous and kind of strong. So despite her not terribly intelligent or very wise, so not going to be making any big decisions, mostly just grunt labor.
All right. So she's helping carry stuff around.
Yeah.
All right. Jordan, tell us a little bit about your character.
Okay, so I am playing TikTok, and TikTok is a tiny scale replica of a clockwork soldier. So he, instead of being made out of iron, he's made out of tin, and he actually has actual wind-up parts. So he's a wind-up poppet, and he is an inventor. So TikTok likes to go around and just make things. He carries what he calls his great axe, but it's really just a little tiny wrench that's been modified by him to have a little bit of a sharper edge and some other things that we'll get into. But as an inventor, he would definitely be sitting around maybe milling out parts or trying to sketch out a new design that might help in some aspect of the repairs or something like that.
I'm assuming there's no connection to TikTok from Return to Oz.
There's definitely no connection to TikTok from Return to Oz. Any and all
There's a 90s
comparisons
reference.
are completely accidental.
Is Return to Oz 90s? Okay, no, we don't have time. We can't go
No,
there.
we do not have
I
time.
could probably Google it in a second.
All right, Rachel, tell us a little bit about your character.
It's 1985, by the way.
Mm.
So my character is Piper Chubbles.
Okay.
Sorry. If anybody knows what a Chubbles is, you will understand the reference. But Piper is a little barbarian who basically spends most of her time in the lab just kind of acting as protector. She'll do kind of the grunt work too, but most of the time she's just the one making sure, everything's safe, everything's good. We're okay. You can keep
So she's
doing what you
the
do.
health inspector or whatever. The OSHA enforcement agent.
Kinda. It's more like she's protecting Inda. It's all about protecting Inda. So as long as she's cool, everything else is fine.
Cool. All right. And Rick, tell us a little bit about your character.
Yep. So I am playing Magni. Magni is basically a stone dwarven statue, because I can't avoid dwarves for any of these live shows, brought to life through a child's wish. He wears a big floppy hat, so think kind of like a lawn gnome if lawn gnomes were dwarves. So big, broad-shouldered. He is mostly made of stone, and in fact has been rather well reinforced to the point that he no longer suffers the fire penalties that everyone else does, and so he handles hot objects and such.
Okay.
He is also, much like his dwarven appearance, very strong and capable of carrying loads and loads of very heavy items between his hefty hauler, and I believe he has a belt that helps him lift.
Oh yeah, the
things.
lifting belt.
So yep.
Excellent. All right, so it's a typical day. You've been hard at work for a little while now. It's still morning. And what's strange is Ender is not here in the workshop. Well, her not being here isn't that strange. She's always out working in this tower, finding materials. But what's making it strange for you is that you also know that she wasn't home last night. In fact, you think it's been almost 2 whole days since you've seen her, which is both strange and alarming, especially for Piper.
Yep. She's having
What
a
do you wanna do?
conniption.
Well, I suppose I guess Magni will upon noting this, probably noting Piper's distress, make his way over, give a nice stony reassuring pat on her tiny back.
It squishes down very easily because Piper's nothing but fluff.
Yeah, we're basically polar opposites. You're nothing but fluff and snuggles, and I'm a stone statue.
Except for I'm a barbarian. I'm like a barbarian squishable. That's
You're
what
a barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a barbarian stuffed animal.
You're basically. I love that you're like a barbarian Kirby. Like you're just just absorb anything that's done.
Let's
to
be
you.
honest. Kirby was probably a barbarian. Have you
Oh
seen
my
him whoop up?
gosh. I love it.
He's a murderous psychopath, is what he is. But Magni pats you on the back. You look in distress, little one.
She's gone. Of course I'm in distress. She's gone.
Oh,
As
I'm
TikTok
sure it's
finishes his
fine.
designs and comes walking over.
What if we went and checked on her?
Do we know where she has gone?
Not necessarily, but you know that she's not in the workshop, so you'd have to leave the workshop and then maybe look around.
So we'd have to leave the workshop.
Oh, yes.
Well, then let's go. Why are we waiting? We need to find Enda.
Don't be hasty.
Are we allowed to leave the workshop, or have we been given orders not to?
She usually just has you stay here to stay safe, but she's never explicitly banned you from leaving.
We should check and see if any of the others have any ideas.
Okay.
Suppose TikTok moseys over.
Handler also.
Oh, yes. Come.
Hannelore
Have any
also walks up.
information?
And so
Hello? TikTok?
I'm out of things to do. I need help. Where's Enda? As he
Hannelore,
says
have
this,
you
his
seen-
little head is bobbling, there's a little like Canada in the South Park, because he's just rattling around. The sound's just rattling around in his head.
Hannelore, have you seen Enda?
yeah, I can't say I have. But I don't know about leaving. I don't know about leaving the workshop. Last time I did, it did not go well. It was pretty bad until Enda found me. I was so glad she found me. That mischievous imp. It would just. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. But I don't know. She's not in here. What are we gonna do without her?
Exactly. So we have to go find her.
True.
I agree.
I mean, if we're all together, it should be fine, right?
It's true. We can make a support network of friends.
Relying
Okay.
on the power of friendship, I guess.
All right, so I'm assuming you're leaving the workshop. It sounds like everyone's on board.
We all get our various supplies, I imagine.
All right.
Yeah.
Hannelore, TikTok, I believe, mechanically speaking, you're tiny size.
TikTok, are you tiny? Because windups are small.
I am small.
Oh, you're small.
Yep.
Just
All right,
I'm the
Hannelore.
biggest sub around here, I think.
I am small sized and
Oh,
I
you're
have a
small too,
great
okay.
sword. I'm like
Oh.
I'm like Cloud with the giant sword, you know?
Comically large sword, yes.
Yeah.
Are you
Right
a
below,
giant
guys.
instinct? Oh, love that.
I don't think you're giant instinct. What instinct were you?
I'm not. Oh gosh. I always forget where things
I think it might
are.
just be fury.
I think I'm
You're just mad.
You're just mad at
Just an
things.
angry little squishable. That's what I am.
All right, so I
Hannelore,
guess
I'll just pat on my shoulder and let Hannelore hop up because I don't know how tiny creatures riding small-sized creatures works, but I think it is.
but
a mechanic.
Hannelore has a fluffy
Yeah.
dog who comes bounding around the corner.
Yeah.
And it's like, you remember way back in the 90s, it's gonna be 90s reference time. There were those robotic little dogs that were covered in fluff, but they were definitely plastic or metal or something inside, and they barked at you and they could move.
Oh, yes.
That is what
yes.
Fluffy is.
Okay.
Nice.
So Fluffy comes bounding forward and waits for Hannelore.
Hannelore goes into her little bag of holding and pulls out a saddle and attaches it on top of Fluffy, and then like climbs up into the stirrups and says, "All right, I guess we ride."
All right, you ride. Well, except everyone else walks, but
Yeah.
you ride and walk out of the door and onto the island. You guess.
That's kind of a scary looking island.
You step out. It is the height of day. The sun is shining very differently from this picture. The sun is shining brightly overhead. It's
This is
warmed
dawn.
the dew from the morning to create kind of a humid, sticky feeling. It's not entirely pleasant, especially those of you with fur or fluff. You look around. This is much more like a big rock sticking out of water than an island. The drop from the cliffside on the edge of this rock is something like 60 feet, if you were guessing. It's quiet. There are no birds chirping. Some people might even say peaceful. Others might say unnerving. It's in the eye of the beholder. The only thing on this island that is at all interesting is this massive tower that's done in some strange non-Minata style, non-Tien style. And it stands kind of in the center of the massive rock that is this island. You would guess maybe 3 stories high, a huge clock face on the southern side, below which you do see a simple stone door that is partially open.
How have I never noticed that before?
It's a clock tower.
And
Well, it seems
Well,
like
that's
as good of a place as any.
let me
Does
get
it work?
a secret perception check from everyone. So let's go ahead and do a
Secret
blind GM roll on those perception
perception.
checks.
Switch
Perception
that over
check.
to blind GM roll and perception.
Oh. I'm so used to seeing my dice go. Does everybody else see game paused, or is that just me?
I have it paused.
It's
Okay,
fine.
I was just making sure it wasn't just like a problem
go.
on my side.
All right. So, Piper, you're a little preoccupied with the fact that your fluff keeps getting like stuck to itself, and it's
Aw.
just really you're not sweaty because you're a stuffed animal, but it's not great. You're not comfortable. But everyone else, you notice that, looking down over this cliffside, the water at the base of the rocks is paused mid-wave, almost as though, the waves were crashing against the rock at some point and then just stopped in time. There are birds literally hanging in the sky mid-flight. There's no breeze. And as you look kind of further out from the island, you can see there is water that moves, maybe like 20 feet off the island. But everything within is stuck in time almost.
So it's exactly like the picture.
So TikTok TikTok will like grab a rock and like throw it. Does the rock still like behave normally?
Yeah, the rock still moves because you threw it.
Okay, so it's not like one of those situations where it's like, and then the rock stops immediately. Okay,
You should be kinder to rocks.
I had to test the theory.
They support you every day.
Does anyone else feel like this game is paused?
No, the oh wait, no, it's back.
I was like, oh, that's a good joke. I better put that back. All right.
This isn't
we
like
should go after her in there. A TikTok will point over to the open door.
Do we
Do
see
a
any
quick,
light or anything in there? Oh, sorry.
Oh no. I was
You
just
do
gonna say
not.
I do a quick look around and see if there's anything. Is there any other structures, or is it just this one building?
It is just that one building, and everything else is pretty much rock, or there's like a handful of little shrubs, and that sort of
Wait.
thing.
Okay, so was our little laboratory like another building on this island?
No, your laboratory is a doorway that leads into
It's
a
a
demiplane.
demiplane.
Oh, okay, like Howl's Moving Castle style.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
So there's a door. So the door you came out of is still there. You could go back in the the workshop if
Okay.
you wanted to.
Oh, but I think our
Gotcha.
job here is done, and then we turn around and go back inside. No,
Thanks for joining us.
How do
Donate
we
to
know
Jasper's
that-
game day. Like,
How do we
Happy New
not?
Year's.
How do we
We
know this
win.
isn't just how this already goes anyway? Like, what if outside the house is like this anyway?
One way to find out.
getting into predestination or predetermination then, if everything is already set in stone. I like it.
I figure Piper, she hefts her great sword onto her fluffy little shoulder and is like, all right, to the tower.
Okay. You all head toward the tower. It is massive. As you get closer and closer, you realize just how massive it is. It's kind of an octagonal shape, but it's about 80 feet across. So it dwarfs all of you.
Everything dwarfs me.
Ha!
You all head inside. The door's already open, so you don't need to push it. And this is essentially feels like a storage area. The western wall has kind of collapsed. It looks like it took the staircase with it. So maybe there used to be stairs there, but now it's just rubble. And it's blocked kind of the entryway up through that direction. There are crates, boxes, all sorts of kind of odds and ends, mostly rotted away at this point. Like there maybe was something of value here, but it's been centuries since anyone saw it. You also notice looking up that there is a 10-foot square hole in the ceiling. And it looked like there used to be a ladder, but the ladder has kind of broken and fallen away. Otherwise, there's nothing really in this room.
And how high is the ceiling above us?
The ceiling is 20 feet high.
Oh my.
Well, I don't imagine she's hiding in any of these crates.
Make
Perhaps
a
she's
check.
above.
She
Looking
never
into the
wanted to play my
crates.
games.
Looking into the crates, she's not in any of them.
The reindeer games. No. A little late for that.
It's a New Year's game.
I could try and get up into that little hole up in the ceiling, see if there's anything up there.
I'm not
But
sure
then
if any
how
of us
will
should
the
go
rest of us?
alone.
I mean, rope. I've got rope. I don't know if it's big enough for y'all to climb on, but
We need to construct a ladder.
Well, looking
What
around,
if I
unless you
move some
brought
of
a
these
ladder with you,
crates?
you have crates. You think you could move them. You have bits of ladder, although I don't know how trustworthy they are. And then
I
you
mean,
have
we're
anything with
not
you.
heavy, so I mean, they don't need to be too trusty.
I say we start with the crates before we send up anyone alone. But then that can be our fallback. I could throw you up there.
well, I've got my grappling gun. I
Oh,
can just.
that too.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I love it.
I'm reminded of my little Swamp Thing action figure I had when I was a kid that the hand extended.
I always think of the Batman action figures, but that's me.
I had that
Yes.
one too, but my Swamp Thing was my faves.
That's totally reasonable.
All right. So are we crates or are we grappling gun?
We are gonna crate a little bit. That way she has something to I don't know, hop off of. I don't know. I think a little bit of
It
both.
depends on how long her rope is on the
I
grapple.
guess, yeah, like how long your rope
If-
is. Is it like action figure length rope or is it actual length rope?
So I do have 50 feet of rope. So
Oh,
That should be
okay.
fine.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
you're probably fine. Then I don't think we actually need to use the crates except for to maybe get us up. But if
Do
you have
need
the
to-
rope,
Could make it a
then-
shorter climb. I mean, how long would it take us to move the crates?
It does not take a whole lot of time. It will require a few athletics checks.
I mean, I'm very athletic. If pertinent, also, I just realized that since I'm a monk, I'm carrying 0 bulk because I didn't bring my my backpack with me. Apparently, that might have been a mistake. We'll find out.
That was probably a mistake. You're gonna have to take my
But-
healing now.
But apparently, I have a maximum bulk of 17.
wow.
Just carry
So-
everyone.
Dang.
Wow.
maximum
I mean,
bulk of
dwarf.
6.
Jeez.
Okay, so
It adds up.
moving crates. So there are two things. There are crates, which are bigger, and there are boxes. Crates are a little bit harder to move, but they give you a 5 foot up type of a step. The boxes are 2.5 feet up. And remember, it's like a 20 foot gap. So if you want to move a box, go ahead and give me athletics checks. If you want to move a crate, tell me.
What's the range on your grappling gun?
100 feet, actually. It's got a large reel coiled with 100 feet of thin metal cord.
Let's just shoot a grappling
Yeah,
hook.
I was gonna say, let's just shoot a
Right.
grappling hook. Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was just like, throwing a grappling hook or something like that, where it's, we wanted to get closer to the destination, but no.
I do think I
imagine
still
she's
have
putting
to
it in
roll.
her gun.
I'm assuming you have to hit maybe bomb rules, like you have to hit a 5 or something.
You have to be. It's probably a roll to see if it actually catches on something.
I've done it in one other game, and I cannot remember what the roll was. I believe it was just or what the requirement was, but
I'm looking.
Looks like you need to. It's a secret roll, attack roll with a DC dependent on the target, which is typically 20. On
Okay,
a
so go ahead and make a
the hook.
secret attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you just don't want to critically fail,
Okay. Right.
because then you fall halfway up.
All right, you shoot the gun. The little grappling hook deploys and flies up through the hole and seems to catch on something.
I have an idea. Just because I do know Rachel's character, we should send Rachel first. Because I think since she's made entirely of fluff, she's immune to falling damage. So even if you critically failed and she fell, she can't build up momentum to actually injure herself.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it is.
I think
Which
it's not the nothing but fluff. I think it's the other one that you have that. No, I think it's just your heritage that you're a stuffed animal,
Oh.
stuffed puppet.
Also, taking Fluffy will require someone to carry Fluffy because he
Yeah,
does not have thumbs.
Yes, my stuffed poppet, I have little inside other than cotton sawdust or dried leaves, so I take no damage from falling regardless of the distance.
Excellent.
Nice.
So you can test the rope.
I will
Although
test
you're way
the rope.
next to nothing. So
Yeah, I mean,
All right. Great. So athletics checks to climb.
Athletics check to climb. Is it a public roll or secret roll? What
I
is
don't
it?
think it's secret.
I don't believe it's secret.
You know if you fall, or you know if you don't climb.
All right, I
And
rolled a
I was just gonna say I'll take Fluffy with me because again I'm not encumbered until I reach 12 bulk and I have nothing.
Awesome.
So
Okay,
Alright,
you
cool.
can literally carry a full-grown human
I think
with
2.
that. No, yeah,
You're
you
like
can
an
carry
ant.
2. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Well, I rolled a 7 for an 18.
All right. Yep. You
Sorry, I
you
jumped the
climb. I need one more check. I'm gonna do 2 checks for the climb because this is a live game. We don't all want to be climbing forever. The rope
Oh.
does not break. Piper, you get to the top, safe and sound. Everything seems to be going swimmingly.
Do I see anything of immediate danger?
No. You do see the next room, which is an interesting room, but we'll save that for once everybody's up here. But there does not seem to be anything that's going to leap out and attack anyone.
Okay. Just in case it matters, I do have shiny button eyes, which
Okay.
means that my eyes reflect smallest details in the dimmest light. So I get canny acumen. So,
Okay.
just saying.
But yeah, no,
Not
there's,
sure if it really helps me
there's
in
stuff
this.
in here, but it doesn't seem to be moving stuff.
Okay.
You generate light, correct?
I
You
think if I use my Aziz light thing.
Oh my gosh, you
Okay.
are a Care Bear. Don't they have light that they can have in their tummies?
Well, I assumed I was a Chubbles because the lies light up.
Ah,
Goodness.
And if you don't know what a
Flash
Chubbles is,
eyes.
please go Google it because I have one.
my lord. All right, everyone else,
Very proud
let's
of
get
this
some
job.
climbing going.
All right. Well, I accidentally already rolled, so I'll
Well,
take that
Magni
24.
is good. Go ahead and it's 2 checks each.
I'm
It's
very
not super
athletic.
Foundry
difficult.
likes
Okay.
Rick.
And I
Man.
suppose I'll go next because I think
Maggie
Heidi, you
just-
said that you've got the
Magni
grapple.
just puts that dog over his shoulder and one-handed climbs this rope somehow. It's ridiculous.
Okay, what was that about?
Wow.
You're probably gonna need some boosts, Jordan, because
Oh no, I got to
Foundry
get all the
doesn't
good
like
rolls
you.
out. I
Give
got to
it
get all the
time.
good
Okay.
rolls out. That's how that
Give it
works.
Oh, somebody has donated to our Tiltify, so I'm going to give the
Awesome.
party 2 items.
Ooh.
So let's see what they are. I'm going to roll them. All right, so it looks like you have
Oh, wow.
earned. Let's do Piper. You find in your pocket an elixir that you had forgotten about, a Sea Touch elixir. And TikTok, as you are climbing, you hear a rattle around in like your chest, and you find an elixir of life, lesser.
Nice.
Fancy.
Nice. I've added that to my inventory.
Likewise.
We also are going to give out a hero point because we have a lovely donation. So the first one was from Dalhip. This one is from Jeremy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Let's see who's going to get this hero point. Not Fluffy. Why did I put Fluffy? All right, well, Fluffy was chosen thrice, but Fluffy can't have hero points. Piper, you are the lucky one. You have a second hero point. Everyone has one. Now
Yeah.
you have another.
I don't know. I feel like Fluffy deserves those hero points.
If Fluffy needs to have a hero point, Fluffy shall have a hero point. But
Oh man.
oh, Fantastic World just gave Heidi 3 hero points. So Heidi, you are maxed out on hero points.
Oh man.
Bravo.
Goodness.
Well, thank you. I think that I'm not sure if it was Angel or someone else from over there at Fantastic Worlds, but thank you so much.
All right, Heidi, it's time. It's time
all
to
right.
climb.
I was looking at my skills and I realized Hannah probably wasn't actually carrying things because she only has an athletics of +2, so she was probably more building things with her beavery and acrobatics. But so yeah,
You were the one handing the tools when needed,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
That's
Yeah.
fair. Despite my
Screwdriver.
character's appearance and love of dwarven culture, despite the fact that I don't think I've ever met a dwarf, I also have a 1 craft. So apparently I'm a terrible dwarf.
All right. Hannah gets herself going. Thankfully, this rope's not super hard to climb.
Okay. Does Fluffy also need to roll to climb?
Fluffy was carried
carried
up
up.
by your
Fluffy
good
was-
friend.
Yes.
Yep. by
Okay.
I
Maggie.
could have carried you up too, actually. I didn't think of it. Honestly, I probably could have carried all of you, but oh well.
It's okay. Hannah makes it barely. By the end, you're like tired.
I extend one finger down for her to grab and pull herself up by.
Well, thank you, Magni. That was mighty. You are so strong. Thanks.
I'm built that way,
All right. So you
like
all
a brick wall.
end up here, and I believe that a lot of you have dark vision, but you don't need it. It is the height of day. It is daytime. There are some kind of windows built in that aren't present on this map, so there is light in here.
If I squeeze Piper, does she light up? Do I have to hug her?
That's up to Piper.
If I was a real Chubbles, then yes, that's what
Yeah.
you do.
Oh goodness.
So Piper has to squeeze herself to activate the light spell that lives in her heart. / her
Aw.
eyes, I guess.
Aw.
This is great. I love
The eyes
it
are the
so
window
much.
to the soul.
Where
All
is
right.
the Aziz light thing? I gotta remember what
Does it light up like by going like ah?
Yeah, so I'm fitted with a magical lens that allows me to light up a room, which can be activated as the spell. So yes, that's what we're gonna say. I have to hug myself in order to activate my light up eyes.
You are the
Excellent.
strangest barbarian that's ever been made.
I love it so much.
It is the greatest. I love this. We might have to resurrect these puppets for another game.
You know what?
'cause it's pretty fun.
Everything from now on is puppets. All right. So you're in this room. It is the
Patreon
same
stretch goal.
dimensions as the lower floor room, but it's not empty. In fact, there are 4 statues that sit in the cardinal directions of the room.
Who has a
Each of
golden
these-
scarab?
You don't have? Do you have one?
No, I said who has one.
Oh. Each of
Be good
these
time.
depicts a woman with a severe widow's peak who wears flowing robes decorated with small hourglasses. 2 of the statues hold a small orb aloft in one hand, while the other hand seems to be spellcasting. The other 2 have their bows drawn. All of them are facing a raised circular dais in the center of the room, on which sits a box that has ornate star and moon imagery, as well as writing carved onto it. The walls are covered in elaborate animated murals that are illuminated by daylight through the various windows here. And there's a flight of stairs that climb the western wall leading up to a 3rd floor. What would you like to do?
I'm going to ponder these orbs.
All right. If you want to look at the statues, you can make me a perception check to kind of just inspect the statues.
I shall do that.
I'm going to look over the murals.
All right. Which mural do you want to start with?
I guess the closest clockwise from me, so basically closest to my left.
Closest to your left. So the southern one?
Yeah, I guess if we're coming in from where the trapdoor was, then yeah, southern.
Okay. All right. So let's do secret perception for looking at statues. If you want to know more about statues, like maybe recognize who they are, that's a secret religion or first world lore check.
Ooh,
Or you
I
can
have
look
that.
at the box. Jordan, what do you want to do? What is TikTok
I'm going to
doing?
just have to use my perception because I don't have religion. So perception roll for me to look
And
at
the
statues.
murals or perception?
The murals are a different thing. Let me come to the murals in a second.
Okay.
All right. So looking at this, with the exception of Piper, you all look at the statues. Specifically, I believe Hannelore was looking at orbs. You find that the two statues that have a bow are also wearing a necklace that has a key. It's almost like an amulet. It's a big key. One of them, the one to the the one to the north, the key is kind of covered in hourglass symbols, kind of delicately carved, almost like a pattern over the key. The one to the south is just a regular plain key. And then those looking at the two with the I said orb.
Bows.
Let's switch that. The bows and arrows are keys, so not Hannelore, but everyone else that was looking notices what I just said.
Okay.
Hannelore looking at the orbs. The western statue has an orb that's covered in hourglasses, and the eastern one is just a regular orb. You don't really know what that means, but it's kind of interesting. All right. So for Rick, looking at the southern mural, this mural is really weird. There's a bizarre looking woman with green chitinous exoskeleton, large compound eyes, and mandibles that floats above kind of a sequence of images. There's a broken hourglass resting in pieces at their feet. And then the images that make up this mural begin with a swarm of insects, some of which resemble the woman, but others are kind of monstrosity, horrifying bug things. This swarm covers worlds, consumes them like locusts on a field of crops. In the next scene, there are insects that look like this woman leaving that swarm on different vessels, almost like flying ships. They seem to find new homes on different strange worlds, but this locust swarm pursues them everywhere they end up going. And these illustrations kind of fan out in another spider web of images, not in a straight line. So it's almost like you're looking into kind of glimpses of a timeline, except it's not a linear timeline. You can make an occultism or society check. These are secret.
Oh, I was really not the person to come over here. Well,
or you can tell
sure.
others about them. It's up to you.
Let's see first. I'm curious what happens when I critically fail.
Sure. So you look at this mural and you think it's a bad omen. You think it's probably more metaphysical than literal. This great swarm represents like all of the evil in the universe overtaking all that is good. You kind of think like the hourglass is broken. This is like the darkest timeline almost represented in this mural.
I think we've come to a dangerous place.
Which is why we have to save Enda.
Yep.
What? I see that you got a broken hourglass over there. This orb has a bunch of hourglasses on it. You think there any connection?
Perhaps if we broke the statue, or perhaps in a different time, the statue had been broken. Or perhaps... No, that's all I've got.
Breaking things is not really great. We should try to fix things. Fixing is good. Fix the hourglass, fix the time outside.
Are there any other murals in here that I haven't looked at?
There's a mural on the northern and the eastern wall. And they seem to be different than the one you just looked at.
No, I'll head east, and I assumed that I got that correct, so that seems logical.
Sure.
Keep an eye out for bug women with tiny little bug women.
Yes. Those of you looking at statues, if you want, can make a religion or first world lore check. It's secret because it's, you're recalling all the knowledge.
I can't do that because I have not the training.
It might have gotten buried, but I did roll first world lore.
I didn't see that, but I see it now. Excellent. Hannelore, you know exactly who these statues are of. These are statues of the eldest, known as Shaika. She's a neutral eldest, one of the kind of almost deity, right? From the first world. Very, very strong individuals. Her areas of interest are entropy, reincarnation, and time. Shaika the Many is not a single entity, but rather multiple beings who travel forward and backward through time. Each has sequentially held the title of Shaika, picking up the mantle and the knowledge that comes upon possessing it. And essentially, Shaika visits so many overlapping temporal locations that other creatures encounter a random seeming Shaika each time. So Shaika is an eldest, but also a title. It's said that one of the Shaikas got all the Shaikas together into a room and they all looked at everything. And so that's how they know everything.
Hannelore will convey all of that.
TikTok just kind of ponders that, kind of does this motion.
That's really confusing. Really confusing.
Why?
You're not supposed to be able to be in two places at once. But this person can be. And that's weird.
Well, but they're not. It's more like they're two people in two places at once, right? They're just two people that are the same person. So,
both of them are Shaika.
This turned into a Jet Li movie.
You must open your mind to the astral plane and the multifaceted existence.
I wonder if one of them is the one.
With my monk training.
There's he opens his chest cavity and there's like a tiny little scroll and a tiny little pen, and he just kind of makes a tiny little note to follow up on this later, and then just puts it all back.
Hannelore, as you kind of realize this, it's like you are blessed from a fantastic world and
All
can
credits.
add a D4 to your next 5 rolls.
Wow.
What?
Okay.
Man, you're getting spoiled.
I was gonna say she's getting some special treatment up here, y'all.
I was
Everybody else
more
step it up.
thinking Ross and Heather are really dropping the ball. Where's our bonus?
I know, right? Seriously.
Uh,
Where my Pathfolk at?
Stronger.
Where are the
support
path
network.
folk? Come on,
Right.
path folk.
they're here for Heidi, okay?
Apparently.
All right. So, yes.
Sorry, can I
Either
make
that
an
or the-
occultism roll on the mural?
Sure, yeah, you can go down and look at the other
I-
mural.
Oh, that's a good point. I do want to do that.
and then,
I'd like to try as well.
Okay, everybody that's looking at the southern one, give me your rolls. And then we'll hop over to the eastern mural with Magni.
All right. Go ahead and roll that occultism again, I assume.
It's actually going to be something different.
Ah, fantastic. Maybe it's something. No, I'm not really good at much of anything.
Yeah, Piper, you just kind of shrug. Hannelore and TikTok both are like, I know exactly what this is. This is an alien race, like this bug lady is Shaika, but Shaika as something called a Shirin. You don't really know where you know that term from, but they're kind of like an alien race out in the dark tapestry, like out in space.
Like an Ed Sheeran?
Yeah, like an Ed
Yes.
Sheeran.
Ah,
And they take the form of this insectoid being, and they're kind of watching over the timeline. You don't think it's a bad omen. You think this is like a literal series of events that has happened or will happen or is happening. You're not really sure about the timing.
So perhaps there isn't just human shakas. Maybe there are alien shakas on all the different planets in all outside of wherever we are right now, and they're constantly learning everything from all times forever, because they are always happening.
There could even be a Shaika Waititi.
Making great movies. All right. So TikTok and Hannelore, y'all both knew that. Hopping over to this Eastern mural. This is a family show. On the Eastern wall, there's a handsome human-looking man with white hair and piercing golden eyes, holding an hourglass in one hand as he looks down upon a chaotic web of vignettes that seem like they're out of a dream. In one of them, there's a mountain that slowly ambles across the landscape. And in the foreground, there are strange creatures, some of which look like tree people, some fly with gossamer wings, having some sort of court, like holding court in the foreground. In another, a great monster fights an army of humanoid creatures wielding bows that shoot lightning. In yet another, there's a silver and glass castle standing in the deepest part of a dark forest, and an elderly woman, a hag perhaps, staring out from the front doors. And in the final kind of image here, there's an otherworldly city shown in a trench at the bottom of an ocean. The streets and buildings are decaying. There's magical light. Everything's encrusted with mollusks, and bubbles are kind of floating slowly. There is an enormous streamlined blue-green Lenorm with flippers in place of legs curled around a temple in the center of that underwater town, almost keeping watch over the place. This is first world lore, nature or society.
Oh wait, nature. I'm good at that one. Hold on.
Yeah, we found one.
I found one.
I was like, wait, society, I can do that.
I spent a lot of time just standing in a garden, so
You know the blades of the grass speak to you.
I mean, I can hide in plain sight any place that it makes sense for a statue to be. By just standing
awesome.
still.
Nice.
All right. So everybody has kind of gathered to look at this. Hannelore, you think that this depicts potential futures of Galarian, depending on the choices that people and other beings make? For example, like a great war could happen with the Fae that are occupying kind of the River Kingdoms area, or potentially Baba Yaga could rule the whole world and have this castle, or there could be some catastrophic type of sinking continent thing where everything falls into the depths of the ocean. So that's kind of your take. Magni, you're not really sure what to make of it. And neither is Piper, but TikTok, you think this is the first world. Each of these scenes kind of shows a different prominent location or figure. You know that the first world doesn't exactly follow the same rules for time as other places. So the illustrations aren't necessarily a timeline, and they could be happening at any given moment. And you do think that the man is another version of Shaika. This time, most likely a Fae version.
I pass that along to everybody.
How I didn't recognize that was the first world, I will never know. I mean,
Tuck just shrugs.
not like I was born there or anything.
Well, I imagine that there are various different types of places in the first world. Some forests, some mountains. I'm particularly intrigued by the mountain that walks. He seems like a nice gentleman.
This is all very fascinating, but where's Enda?
There a
Oh.
way out of this room?
Yeah, there's a set of stairs that leads up.
Oh.
We could just keep walking on, although with my understanding, every boulder in your path is an obstacle to overcome and learn from.
What, you learn how to punch a boulder?
If necessary. Only in volcanoes.
I guess TikTok will start moseying towards the stairs to ascend up.
Oh, there's another mural here.
Well, let's take a look at the last one. We might as well finish out the set.
You make
Y'all
kind of
are
like
being
a,
Also, there's
the
a
box
big
in the
there's a
center.
big treasure chest in the center of the room. Just
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Oh my gosh, yes, I got distracted by all the statues.
I just naturally assumed it was a giant trap treasure chest that we need to figure out some sort of puzzle here before we touch. So I was like, I want to look at everything else first
All right, mural and
before
then
it
treasure
kills
chest.
me.
Okay.
All right, y'all head over to the last mural on the northern wall. This mural has a beautiful elven woman with dark flowing hair and an hourglass in her hands, hovering above a series of vignettes. The first of these is a strange continent on a planet that doesn't look like this planet. There's a swirl of stars connecting this to kind of a second place, this time an ancient city done in an elven architectural style. Elves go about their lives, their faces, peaceful, happy. From there, the timeline seems to split into 3 fragmented, smaller images. In one, elves are seen among the stars, far beyond the stars, one might say. And that strange planet is shown again. In another, elves seem to travel underground to set up new civilizations. In yet another, some elves remain on the surface, but rocks are falling from the sky. The sun is gone. And then in the final vignette of each of these, there's another version that seems like time has passed. The strange planet has like far more advanced technology. Those below the surface look different. They're depicted as darker. And then those that were on the surface seem to be kind of an ancestry in decline. And there's more humans in those images. This is Elven Lore or Society check if you would like to know more about what this is.
I mean, I'll roll, but don't trust anything that I say. I'm just curious what Jessica came up with for critical failures.
Yeah, you don't really know anything about this. Except Hannah. You think that this is... It's kind of weird because everything else has been Shika, but you think that this is actually Pharasma watching over the elves. And you guess Pharasma's kind of like fate. This seems like a really old place, so maybe that makes sense. And you kind of think this is a depiction of like the cycle of life and death for the elven people.
Interesting.
Huh. I mean, I Heidi am like realizing that I have a +2 modifier to society, so but
It's more than what I got.
You're getting an extra D4 in these rolls, aren't you?
Yep.
So
who knows? But
who knows?
There's a 1 on every dice.
Well,
And a 20.
It's
And apparently
it's
a 4 in
interesting.
her case.
I wonder, yeah. I mean, I don't know what the elves have to do with Shika, or the first world, but people don't die in the first world. They just kind of come back. So I don't know. Pharasma wouldn't have any domain because people from the first world don't end up in the River of Souls. I don't know.
No jurisdiction.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I got a 3 religion, sure. Pharasma's goddess of death, but also life. Yeah, she's the god of morticians and midwives. So are new people created in the first world, I suppose is the question.
I don't. Frankly, probably. I mean, I wasn't created in the first world. I just, I was stolen into the first world.
A transplant, if you will.
So, what's in this chest?
That's
All
a good
right.
question.
You head over to the chest. It's a pretty chest. It's got all sorts of kind of celestial carvings into it, stars and planets, and on the top for all of those that read Sylvan.
Nope.
Haha, nope.
I don't know if this will actually show in Sylvan, but it's supposed to. It may not.
It's showing in not something I can read. So
Oh, good. Then it shows in
Yeah.
Sylvan.
it.
One of them looks like a butt.
It does.
Sorry.
I believe Heidi, are you the only one that reads Sylvan?
Probably. And I got it from my found in the Fae, or found amongst the Fae.
Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and show you here. Where did it go? Why is this like this? All right. Go ahead and put that in the chat for you so that you can see what it says.
Ooh,
There's an inscription on the
Bill
box.
gibberish.
do I need to do something on my character sheet to give myself the language?
Just make sure that your token is clicked. But I thought you had it. You don't.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
I got it. Hold on.
I think it's on the main page. I think
Here.
you just click
It
the
is
little
first
plus.
page.
Okay. And then if I click on my token and go back to the chat,
Only it were dwarven.
it's still not showing up for me.
Here, I got it. All right. See if it does now. We're going to try this one more time, and then I'm just going to say it.
Technology.
Found
Technology.
her. So magical, but so fickle.
That's true.
It still looks like a bunch of squiggles to me.
All right, it's being
Aw.
a difficult thing. That's fine. Hannah Laura, you can read it. It says, "Infinity awaits the worthy."
Oh, there it goes. Infinity awaits the worthy. Interesting.
Like
They're pretty worthy
immortality or what?
Is this a quest for us to become the next Shaika?
I don't want to be a Shaika.
Oh, I'm happy being myself, but
I'd at least
we-
think about it. Think about all the
I
things
think-
we learn.
I think that we are all very helpful individuals, and I would say, generally speaking, worthy. So let's get our reward, and then up the stairs.
All right, so who's opening the box?
Who's?
I'll open the box.
Yeah.
I have a
Oh.
+9 thievery.
It's not
Why-
locked.
Oh, okay. It's not logged. So
No, just Magni opens the box. Inside is a mirror. It's kind of a big hand mirror, and it's in like a gilded silver and gold frame. It's beautiful.
Ah, I see now. I pick up the mirror, kind of look in it. The
It shows
infinity
you.
we were looking for was inside of us the entire time.
it's like Kung Fu Panda.
TikTok just face palms, just like,
Maybe
Don't doubt me. I have a very
pocket
high
that for
wisdom.
later.
Wait, if you take, hold on, Hannelore pulls out a second mirror and like puts it on the opposite side from the
Oh,
other mirror, and it's like,
Making a portal. That's never good.
can
It reflects.
look infinity? There's like
Ah,
an infinity of me.
that's true.
Does that make me worthy?
Nothing
What
bad's
if-
happened.
Yet.
Hold on. You said that there was the two statues with the bows are identical. But then you said one statue had an orb with little scales, or what were the hourglasses? The other one didn't. Maybe if we put the mirror in front of the one that didn't, it would then show a statue there that did.
We could try it.
I'm really regretting the fact that we don't have any kind of spellcaster right now. We have no idea if they're magic. It might be magical for all we know.
Worst case scenario, I'll mountain stance style and punch it into oblivion.
That's
so-
your answer to everything.
So you head on over to the one that does not have orb, like the orb statue that does not have hourglasses on the orb, is the one on the eastern wall. So go ahead and put yourselves wherever you want to be standing. And I'm assuming Magni is going to be the one holding the mirror up.
Yeah.
Just so you know, we're not on that map. Like,
Oh, you're not on this map. My bad.
we
That
haven't been
makes
the
so much
entire time
sense.
you've been here. Yeah, I was
Sorry, my
wondering if
friends.
you even had a map for this.
I do have
was
one.
I was using the theater of the imagination.
Yeah, the theater of
Jordan.
the imagination.
Just
But also
close
there's
your
a map.
eyes. Envision it. Envision is a single action.
I don't
I
suppose
see.
the statue is like has the gap in his hand as though something is supposed to slot in.
That's a
No,
nice
it's holding an
map.
orb.
Okay.
All right. So everybody where they want to be?
Yeah, sure.
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 Excellent. All right. So Magni holds the mirror up. For a moment, nothing seems to happen.
Oh, well, it's worth a try.
And just as you go to put the mirror away, you have... The murals are animated, but suddenly the mural is moving more than it should be. And out of it slithers the Lenorm that had been depicted in the underwater city.
Oh no.
Well,
As
okay,
though
then.
a painting come to life.
Oh. Are you here to
then.
grant us eternity?
So here's a little
Infinity.
picture of our
Oh,
friend.
that too.
And we're gonna be rolling some initiative.
Uh-oh.
Yay!
Ah,
First
crap.
combat here.
Great. What have we done?
What we always do, Jordan.
Get into trouble. Hey!
All right, so if you go to the little fist, you can roll your d20.
Yep, I rolled mine blind.
Ah.
Do you want me to re-roll that, or should I go ahead and...
Oh, I can
Oh, there we are.
I can unblind it.
Ooh, apparently we all rolled pretty well.
Oh, wow.
Yay!
Alrighty then. Let's go
Two nat
team.
20s for that. Woo!
I know.
Actually,
You know what? Use
I think
them
I
all up
also got
here.
a nat 20.
My
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, you did. So
I did.
3
yeah.
nat 20s.
I did make the joke before we started this that we're team one round because we're all combat like we're all offensively focused.
All right, well, since I didn't get to... There we go. I didn't roll out the open, so I'm going to give myself confetti.
Nice. All right, speaking of, Magni is first.
Ooh.
It looks like a scary water dragon has slithered out of the oil painting and is roaring at you as though it's going to attack.
I do not see it on the map.
It's
Hmm.
behind
How
the statue
refreshing.
for you.
Oh yeah, it is
Ah.
on the other side of the statue.
Yeah, it's
from
on the
me.
other side of the statue for you.
All right. Well, stay back. Stay back. I'll see what I can do about this. I will then go ahead and let's see. It's 10, 20, 30. No, apparently I have to move it like that. All right, that's fine. So that's 5, 15. Oh, that's the statue's blocking my way. I see now.
Yeah, it's on the other side of
25.
the statue you started on.
35.
Where are you
Oh,
going?
okay. Sorry. I can't see it. So when you said it's on the other side of the statue, I assumed it was the far side of the room.
Oh no, it's on the other side of the statue on this side of the room. Next to the
I see.
mural on the eastern wall.
All right. I'll assume someone took a free action to do the one action point out to me, and then I run the other direction.
No, we have it. You have first initiative, so no.
No,
you're
that's I'm just joking.
okay.
You
'cause
hear
I
it
was like,
slithering over there.
All right. Yeah. So I pop real quick around the corner. So that's only a single action. I've got a 35-foot movement speed because I'm a monk. So sure.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll rush my way forward. I'm going to go ahead and use one action to enter into my mountain stance. So basically, I just step wide, plant my feet, do the James T. Kirk double fist punch down at it as I step forward.
I didn't know if you're going that way or E Honda like sumo style.
So I'll go ahead and mountain strike this guy. Hero point.
Okay. So a 16 would not do it. So
So let's go ahead and use that first hero point, and let's try that again. Better.
23 does strike. You slam your fist into. It feels like paint.
Oh well. Stranger things have happened.
Anybody got some paint thinner?
So double fist slam down. My mountain stance bringing my damage up to D8. So 2D8s with my striking rune.
You beat into the creature and paint splatters behind it.
Oh well, I've done my best.
TikTok.
Okay, so TikTok is going to move up like around Magni to get towards this thing. I assume he already had his great axe out because we're in a possibly dangerous place. and he clicks a button on it, and I'm just gonna upgrade this to a spanner now that it's I'm small size, and it like splits the two heads of it split in half, and there's like little little holes in them, and he hits another button and they start glowing with fire. And he's gonna megaton strike this thing as like the back half of them like explode out in fire and fire it forward.
It's like a rocket axe.
Yes, it is a rocket axe.
All right.
I'm
My
ready.
Lord.
I'm using a hero point.
Hero point.
Oh man, y'all are gonna need some donations.
I need people to give me
Please,
hero
audience.
points. I told you, audience, I need them.
Half
Here we go.
prevent
We
suicide.
wasted all of our perfect
Half
20s on initiative.
24.
That strikes your target.
Yes, megaton damage. Okay.
Ooh.
My lord.
23 points of damage.
You chop into this thing, cutting part of its flippers off. It doesn't bleed, it's just paint, so it splatters.
Nice.
But it's still writhing around angrily at you. Are you still
That was 2 actions to do the megaton strike, so yeah, I'm done.
all right?
So.
Hannelore Higgins.
Hannelore just uses a free action, one shot, one kill, and will like run down about. Oh no, what did I do? Runs to about there and drops to one knee, lines up. So the one shot, one kill allows me to draw my gun, and then drops to the one knee, lines up the shot, and then makes an attack.
She's pulling a Furiosa up in here.
Yeah. Papa.
Let's see.
Don't forget all of your bonuses and whatnot.
All
and
the
I get
bonuses.
I don't know how to automatically add the D4, so I'm just gonna do a public roll and then
That's cool.
roll public D4.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
hero point that.
I'm gonna hero point that. I've got a lot
Yes.
There's so many. Yeah.
of them. So let's go ahead and just do that again.
There we go.
Much
Yes.
better, yeah.
There you are.
And just for funsies, let's go ahead and do that in case that's not a crit.
You might crit it, yeah.
You certainly critical the
Yeah.
painting, the
Ooh.
living painting.
Yeah.
Pow.
And damage.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
both sides of the spectrum there.
You blast into
Chaotic
this
dice
thing
slam.
and it splatters over the wall and is gone.
Oh,
Nice.
just because?
What? What the heck was that thing? How did that get out of the wall?
I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the mirror.
TikTok just like shakes his spanner and like starts trying to get all the paint off of it.
Hmm.
Huh.
Maybe I should consider being painted.
Well,
Oh
you
my
got
gosh,
some
I just
paint
now
here.
see you as a mini now.
Yes. Stay
I
very still.
think we don't put the mirror in any more statue hands.
Oh, well.
Are there any perhaps that might be useful to us if we reflect them off of the walls? I don't know.
Let's just not do the one with the locust.
Ugh,
Yeah, there were locusts.
We don't need a
there were
Locust
swarm.
ladies.
elves.
Yeah, we don't need a swarm coming after us.
We don't need a swarm of elves.
No swarms of any kind, please.
I believe when elves are a swarm, it's called a dance troupe of elves. There is a set of stairs ascending up to the 3rd floor. I don't know if we
Yeah, I
want to
think
go
we
that
should probably
way. or not.
make for the stairs.
We're gonna
Yeah,
go
let's-
upstairs. Okay.
Yeah, maybe the mirror will make more sense up there.
Alrighty. We head upstairs.
Oh, that is a very colorful floor.
It is
Love it.
very, very colorful.
Wow.
Love it.
So
Vibrant.
I blend right in.
True. This staircase leads up to a vaguely jewel-shaped room with a vibrant starburst patterned floor done in oranges and reds like the dawn sky. One wall is covered floor to ceiling with mirrors. It is the eastern wall. And it almost makes the space feel twice as large. On the southern wall, there is an ornate door. It almost looks like it's carved out of iron. That is nearly 10 feet across. Strangely, it doesn't have a doorknob or a handle, but there is a small round hole and a keyhole in the center, about 3 feet up. The very center, Hobbit style.
Keyhole. Wasn't there something about a key with a statue downstairs?
The archer statues both had keys, one of which had hourglasses, one of which did not.
Were the keys able to come off the statue, or were they part of the statue?
They were part of the statue.
Okay. Maybe try your mirror trick up here. Maybe it'll just open the door.
Okay. Now pull it up.
All right. Yeah. Hold the mirror up to the door. And you suddenly see a face on the door.
Okay. Alice in Wonderland.
It doesn't talk to you though.
Oh, okay.
Hello, face on the door. I say to the mirror where I can see the face.
The whole door shifts. Not just in the mirror, like in the actual face, the actual space. The door itself kind of shifts over a little bit, and it suddenly looks like there's a big iron guy holding a big door as a shield almost. And he looks down at all of you, standing in front of the real door, and says, "You can't come in. No
Why?
passage."
Why
Well,
not?
you don't have the key or the doorknob.
Well, where's the key?
Downstairs.
Where's
I can
the
make the
doorknob?
doorknob real quick. What are the dimensions and specifications?
They have to be the magic key and the magic doorknob, and they're both downstairs
Where downstairs?
on the statues.
But the statues are just statues. Do we have to use the mirror in order to get them off the statues?
Your brain is not made of fluff.
Actually, it is. But
Then it's a very smart brain.
okay, let's go back downstairs. Apparently, we need the mirror.
But like, what if you just let us pass anyway? You know,
I
like with
can't.
well, but you know, you see, we're good friends with someone who works below here and was working on that clock tower, like building this clock tower. You know, I'm sure that she'd be fine with letting us past.
Oh, the Anugobu.
Yes,
Yes, she came in here.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
So she's in this tier then.
Yep.
So let us by. We're
No.
hers.
Maybe let
Oh.
let her know that we're looking for her. We're very worried.
Can't. I have to stay here. I have to protect the door
well-
to the Crux of Infinity.
I
Well,
don't
it,
have
like-
a magical key or doorknob, but what if we use the magic word? Please?
you know, if you could go tell.
Oh no.
She's preoccupied, and I'm not allowed to move from here. This is my spot.
Which statues have the key and the doorknob?
Well, that's the puzzle.
But my brain is fluff.
That's a very smart fluff.
My brain is a rock.
I have an
Mm.
18 intelligence. Can I roll some intelligence check?
Sure, you can roll a straight up intelligence roll, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll make our way back downstairs
Yeah.
regardless. Like,
Yeah, I
gotta
mean,
go.
we can make our way downstairs.
The door,
but-
the man with the door settles back into place.
This feels very labyrinth.
I thought you might like that.
I
Yeah.
got an 18 for in
Dance.
my intelligence check.
Magic
So there's that.
dance.
Okay, so TikTok, here's what you've deduced. You put the mirror in front of the one that did not have hourglasses on the orb.
Right.
Oh, that was my next step.
You
Yep.
think the orb is a doorknob, and you think that the key is a key, and you think that since the one that you put it in front of didn't have hourglasses and you had to get into a fight with a scary monster, the ones with the hourglasses are probably a better bet.
Okay. Try the one with the orb first.
Okay. We go up to the
Okay.
one with the orb.
All right, you go up to the one with the orb. As you turn the mirror, most of the statue stays the same, but as you hover it over the orb itself, the orb suddenly changes from just like a stone part of the statue to a metal doorknob looking thing that you think you can just take.
Piper grabs it then.
I quickly
Alright.
jump in front of the mirror. And then I'm disappointed when I don't turn from stone into an awesome metal poppet.
Yeah,
Or
it
into
doesn't
a real
change
boy.
you from what you are. It just,
Aw.
unstonifies you. If
Didn't
you
you
were
just say
Yeah.
you were happy with who you were?
That
Yes,
was
but
that was an obvious lie.
that could have been a real dwarf. I didn't take the right background.
Curse you,
right.
requirements of this adventure.
Why
Hey,
did I get that rare background from? I can't
they're
remember
all
what book that came from.
poppets. You got that rare ancestry instead.
It's true.
All right, so you now have a doorknob. If you want to know more about the doorknob, it's actually a nature check. The dwarf might be really good at this.
Oh,
Well,
my-
the puppet dwarf.
Here, let me see this. Let me set that up for a blind GM roll there. Go ahead and drop that. Throw that out there. Let's see what happens.
Appropriately, both Magni and Hannelore recognize this material as orichalcum, which is one of the rarest known sky metals that actually has the ability to warp time around it. It can kind of make things seem to speed up or slow down. It is exceedingly rare, the same weight and density as steel, but way more durable.
This is orichalcum. It is a property much akin to actual play podcasts where they help time speed up and get through monotonous tasks.
I'll also point out the hilarity of orichalcum being a central theme item in the previous stream. We did not coordinate that. Apparently, they had orichalcum coming out the wazoo too.
We don't believe in coordination here.
Only
Hence why we
Literally,
have
there's
no
no magic user.
spellcasters.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny.
Oh
right,
gosh.
so
well,
you
guess we'll
have
go get
the
the key
orb.
now. We'll go get the key.
Which one do you try? The one with or without hourglasses?
The
With-
one with the hourglass, definitely.
All right, yeah, you easily hop over there. It takes some doing because these are very tall statues comparatively, but with somebody standing on Magni's shoulders, you can kind of do a little stack to be able to reach the key because it's worn as a necklace. Holding the mirror
Form a
up,
pyramid.
you can easily kind of take the key off of the statue. It's made of the same material as the orb. And you now have a doorknob and a key.
We then make our way back upstairs to our new little knight friend.
All right,
Guess he was a
so
knight, I don't know.
Hello, friend. We found your key and door, and we still have the magic word.
well, no magic word required.
Well, it's just
Um,
polite.
Well, you already said it then.
So.
If you want to know anything about what this door guy is, it is Arcana or crafting.
Hey, it's your boy over here. I got crafting.
Yeah. I'm tired of rolling that +1 modifier. I'll just
I've also
it's
got
so fun.
Arcana. Can I roll both if I have both?
It'll get you the same information.
Okay, then crafting it is.
whichever one is better.
Let's see. Hannelore, you're not really sure what this is. But TikTok, this is a door warden. Door wardens were originally invented by the elves, but essentially they resemble ornate doors made entirely of steel or mithril. And when trespassers try to force their way past, they transform into a skilled and sturdy soldier bearing its door like a tower shield.
Cool.
So they literally will guard doors and beat people down if they try to break through doors. So
TikTok resists the urge to want to dismantle them and figure out how they work.
he would be very unhappy if you tried to
Yes,
dismantle.
because he'd
Yeah.
be very unhappy and probably destroy me.
Putting the key and putting the doorknob into the little hole for doorknob and the key into the keyhole and turning it. He easily steps aside and lets you through to the real door, which is just a simple wooden door.
Okay.
Right, we'll be ready for anything.
Okay, bye. Have fun.
Oh, could you tell
So
us
it's got
what's on the other
the store's
side
got
of
more
this door?
personality than I'm used to in constructs.
Is there any
The other
danger
side
up
of this
here?
door is the Crux of Infinity.
Oh, well, that's
What is
exactly what
that?
we're looking for.
It's a device.
What does it do?
I don't know. I'm a door. Well, kind of.
Fair enough. Well, let's go get Inda.
We go
All
open
right.
the door.
You go to open the door, and we're going to take this moment for a little break. So we're going to take a 10-minute break. We will be back at 30 past the hour. Feel free to go ahead and make your donations supporting Jasper's Game Day and suicide prevention using Tiltify, and maybe give these guys some hero points, or you can give me a villain point, which would be really fun too.
I do want to say, looks like Finder Paths and Stars did give you a villain point. So
thank you, buddy.
Yikes.
All right, I'm gonna remember.
Maybe the next thing we will last.
I was gonna say
an
that the
entire
combat
round.
was too short for him. Clearly.
All right, guys, where are our path folk?
Come on, y'all. It's
Finder
for a good
knew
cause.
what was up and gave it to me. Okay, but we are taking our 10-minute break, so we'll be right back. All right, we are back. So, just a little quick summary for those of you that might have joined us. We are here playing for Jasper's Game Day, raising money for suicide prevention. Feel free to donate using the Tiltify link, and you can benevolently give our players or your GM hero points. You can have them get items. Just make sure you specify what you want to happen, and we might see if we can have that happen. When last we left off, like 10 minutes ago, the group of poppets searching for their mentor Inda had solved a puzzle, found a creepy clock tower, figured out the island's time was frozen, not all in that order, and discovered something to do with Shaika and the Fae, and time is happening here. They have bypassed the door warden by finding the magical doorknob and key, and are just about to open the door into a room that contains the, quote, Crux of Infinity, whatever that is. So who's opening the door?
Also, we're all puppets. I couldn't remember if you mentioned that.
Oh, yes. Also, everyone is puppets.
Because everybody loves puppets.
And we're joined by a
theme.
small dog, Fluffy.
A little toy dog, ridden by a little toy gunslinger.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll make my way up to the door.
Oh, never mind.
Unless you'd rather go.
I figured I would, because Piper's very into finding her master, so I figure she's just shoving y'all out of the way.
All right.
I just
Piper
like to be
shoves
helpful
everybody.
and lift open heavy things.
All right, everybody.
Like doors.
I'm assuming we're all happy with these kind of positions.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that's good.
Very good. So you open the door, and inside you find the same wild tile, only done in blues and golds, as well as, statues lining the walls. But before you can take in much else, you are greeted is not the right word, by a trio of reddish purple kobolds.
People eaters? Sorry.
They sneer at you through their little shark-like faces, because I think second edition kobolds look like sharks. And the lead one, or at least the one that's talking, you think it might be the lead one, says, "No trespassing."
We're not trespassing.
No. Trespassers, you will interrupt our mistress in her work.
But we're not trespassing. We had a key.
I didn't give you the key. I don't know about this key.
But we had it. We had a key.
Ask the door. The door can vouch for us.
I don't know this door.
We don't have anything we need to do maybe in this room. I'm not entirely positive. You could just direct us to the next door. We'll just make our way by. We don't want to, in fact, actually, we're very helpful individuals. Perhaps we could assist you with whatever's going on.
No, you will leave. You cannot go past the curtain. You see that there's a big golden curtain that kind of divides this little portion of room off from whatever's beyond.
We are
I
not
want to go behind
leaving
the curtain.
without our mentor.
So I'm sorry to interrupt. Is your mistress Inda?
No. Who's that?
She's the one who made the clock tower.
Our mistress is the dragon Kidinzara.
Oh, well, I've never met a dragon before. That would be interesting.
And
You're
I
not
never
meeting one
mentioned a
today.
dragon.
She is busy. You will make an appointment.
Oh, can we make an appointment then?
No,
For right
I don't have
now.
a calendar.
Well,
Oh.
you just said we could make an appointment, and then you say we can't make an appointment. That's just rude.
Who has the calendar?
Leave. They all
Can't-
kind of start
TikTok raises
chanting,
his
leave,
hand.
leave, leave, leave.
I would like to talk to your manager, please.
No.
We're not
Okay.
leaving.
Uh-oh.
We
it's
don't want
time
this to resort to violence.
Speak for yourself.
Their eyes go all red.
You go all red.
She
And
hugs
there-
herself and it turns red.
Oh, man.
It's
And
the kill
thus,
mode engaged.
and thus we get into combat
Yes. Oh my.
with the trio of
belligerent
kobold guardians.
kobolds. All right, let's do this. Quick and painful.
Oh,
Oh,
Aw.
poor Truman.
That's okay. Somebody gave me a villain point / a hero point for the GM, so I will be prepared to use it.
come on, Pathpole, give us something.
Keep in
We
mind,
did
we're out of
get
hero points.
another donation, so let me
I
give
have two,
everybody.
actually.
I think I've got one.
Oh, you have one? I have none.
Well, I think at the very beginning we all got an extra hero point.
Everyone
somebody
got
bought one for
hero
everyone.
point.
Oh, did we? Oh, then I still have one.
TikTok,
For
you
me.
get an extra hero point from the audience.
Yay! I have two now.
All right. So let me put on some combat music
Cue the music.
and we will begin. Piper, you are first.
Then I shall step forward.
They wield staffs in your direction, like big sticks with like fancy jewels on top.
Hold on, let me make sure. I could sudden charge, but I don't think it's necessary. Yep, I will just step forward if I can remember how this works.
Space to move.
Yeah, what? No, close. Why is it dealing damage to Piper? No.
Uh-oh. Thwarted again by technology.
I cannot take an action while the game is currently paused.
For
Oh,
the,
my
for the-
bad. My B. That's on me, y'all. That's on me.
For the Find the Path listeners who often ask us about what do we edit out when we
This.
edit for episodes.
Lots of this.
Lots of this.
Okay. I shall step forward to the closest my brain totally blanked. Kobold. Inman, I believe,
Kobold.
is their
Inman.
name. And with my gigantic sword, I am going to strike at thee.
How dare
just-
you, intruder!
Ooh,
Ouch!
Wow.
rolled an
Gracious.
18.
Critical, the little man.
Okay. Okay.
Poor little kobold.
You wield your gigantic sword directly into his shoulder.
Okay.
Let's
and
see how
then-
deeply you cut.
And you said critical?
Yeah, you critical.
So I just clicked the critical button, you guess?
Yes.
Indeed.
Yep.
Ouch!
Oh, I did that private on accident.
That was definitely
Everyone else
private.
can understand. Ouch!
Oh my god!
Whoa, dang.
Oh,
Wow.
I did 32 points of
You
damage.
do not cut him in half, but you
Ooh.
almost do.
Ooh.
He looks bad. Inman
painful.
shrieks.
Are you sure you don't want to let us into the next room?
I said no!
Then I'm gonna finish him.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna intimidate.
Finish him.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna intimidate.
Okay.
Where is my thing? Because I have a +10 intimidation.
Nice.
27 to intimidate.
Yeah,
Nice.
Inman shivers a little bit and almost drops his staff, but doesn't quite. Ah! I mean, he's scared. He's intimidated. He's just not, like, running away.
Okay. Well, I moved up, I swung, and I intimidated, so I think that's my 3.
Indeed. All right. That brings us to Ryder. Ryder is the speaker of the group. Ryder is going to waggle his little fingers at you and cast a magic missile.
Ooh, he's going to do
Oh.
a magic trick.
Rude.
Magic.
Yes. We are doing a heightened second level magic missile,
Oh my.
which
I
does
did just
things.
chop their friend almost in half. I mean,
Let's see. You shoot one additional missile with each action you spend. 1, 2, 3. Plus a number plus 3. All right, here we go, buddy. He pew-pews you for 9.
Pew 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 pew.
Demosh.
And that is him.
You could just let us go in the next room.
No. We
Then
shall
you're all
not.
gonna be on the floor.
We like the floor. Where do you think we came from?
I mean, dead on the floor.
How dare you, little... Are you a dog? A bear? What are you? TikTok.
I'm a puppet.
Ah.
All right, I got some hero points. Let's do something cool. All right, so TikTok activates his thing and activates the explosive leap button as you hear like a tick, 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 and he slams it on the ground before flying into the air.
Oh,
I have
no.
to do a crafting check, DC 17.
Wild.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
flat check, DC 17. That's even worse. So,
Oh, that's much worse.
All right, let's do it. What?
Oh,
yes! I don't even take any damage for it unstable doing so. I fly
Wow.
through the air. He's like flipping like 20 times. And he's going to land, you know what? I'll land right there.
The kobold next to you, Truman, of course, kind of blinks at you a bunch of times.
That's one action to do that.
Wow.
Love that. So I will megaton strike Truman.
Ouch.
I'm loving this right now. All right, here we go. 31 to hit Truman.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, you critical Truman.
Oh no, Truman. This is going to be bad for him. My weapon is non-lethal. I want to be very clear about that. I spent stuff to get it non-lethal.
Oh!
Ow. Ow.
Oh my god!
Wow.
You straight up knock him onto the ground and he is unconscious.
Yay!
that's one way to do it.
Poor Truman. What'd he ever do to you?
He wouldn't let us pass!
He wouldn't let me pass. And my
The-
creator is in danger, maybe, sort of.
Yeah, I'm like, internally, like, I'm like, oh, poor kobolds. Like, I really don't want to be fighting them. But my character is like, no! Must get mentor!
It is non-lethal, though, so there's that.
And mine was.
He is just unconscious. Do you have any actions remaining?
Oh, no, that was all 3 actions.
All right. Inman is very unhappy. And becomes invisible. Cast a spell, becomes invisible.
Well, there's nothing I can do about that. So
Yep.
And
So that
Manowar.
is what it is.
So I didn't ever specify it. Would I have had a chance to reload since the last combat?
I imagine so.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So I will again use my free action, 1 shot, 1 kill, and then just make an attack with a harmonica gun. And
Does the
Public-
harmonica gun sound like a harmonica?
it does make like the rounds make like a buzzing sound that is similar to a some type of insect called a harmona in Arcadia, actually. So
Ah, that's cool.
Cool.
yeah, that's a 22 to hit. I think I'm gonna hang on to my hero points for that. So
It does hit. It does hit Ryder.
okay. Oh, I did not mean to roll critical dice.
So half of that. It looks like your first dice was a 10. So 10 plus 2, 12. 12 damage. Ouch. Ryder looks way over at you and it's like, is that an action figure?
Yeah, I'm an action figure. And I'm gonna shoot you again. And we'll this
No
time
bullets! This hurts!
we'll go ahead and reload, just single action reload, and I don't have anywhere to get a covered reload, unfortunately. So, we'll just go ahead and fire that second attack.
Ouch.
Ooh.
The
Nice.
fires, that hits Ryder again, who again is just astounded that the toy gun is injuring them.
You can surrender. I don't know why I'm suddenly talking like Hannelore, but I was.
right.
Man, Ryder looks injured, but is still standing. All right. Maggie.
That is the end of my turn.
All right. So before we begin my turn, I just want to ask, did anyone else play Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo back in the day?
Yes.
Yes. You know Gino from that? That is all I picture with your character. Just tiny little doll that raises up a hand and little gun shoots out of your fingertip. Anyway. God, that game was amazing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick step. So I'm just going to step forward into the room. I'll use another action to go ahead and assume my mountain stance. And let's double check. Yep, so I enter my mountain stance, and then I'm going to go ahead and flurry of blows. So make my 2 attacks against this guy. And these are also non-lethal.
All right.
So first strike. Mountain stance. Go.
18 will not strike.
Yeah, I was trying to decide if I want to hero point that. Yeah, why not? So let's go ahead
Only
and hero
live
point
once.
that. It's true. Maybe some person out there will
Oh, there
take
you
pity
go.
on
Hey,
me.
nice.
31.
That critical's Ryder.
Go team. Team one
Ryder.
round.
All
Ow.
right. So 20 points of damage from that punch.
Ouch. You punch him in the head, and he is still standing, but he is woozy.
All right, here comes the second
Ways.
flurry hit.
Wait, you stepped and then mountain stance and then flurry.
Flurry, yeah, it's
Okay.
single.
26 definitely hits.
Ooh. And let's follow that up with just a little bit of damage.
All right, you swing out again and knock him out. Knock him out cold. He slides across the floor a little bit and lands in a heap on top of his friend.
This could have been avoided if you carried a calendar.
Why do they talk about setting appointments and not have calendars?
I don't know. It's a very bad organization.
Mhm.
They're not very organized.
I mean, they could have been
Yes.
temporary hires. You don't know.
It's true. Oh, I feel really bad if
Temp.
these are just contracts. Anyway,
Piper, there's another one somewhere, but they're invisible.
This is your last and final chance. Either you surrender now, or I cut you in half. And then I suppose Piper will start moving toward the gold curtain.
Okay.
I don't know where it is because I see a giant shadow.
Oh, yes. I'm assuming that you're going to open the curtain. So you move and you open. That's 2 actions. Let me get my wall device. Boop. It opens the rest of the room. You can see that there is a raised area that has some sort of mechanical contraption. It almost looks like an astronomical clock or something. You see that the statues along the walls continue around into the space. And then there's something around the corner, but you can't quite see it.
whoever did the
there's
tiling
also,
in this room, I approve.
A
there's a dragon.
big dragon working furiously on this clock device and muttering to themselves, completely oblivious to this fight that's happening over here.
Remember when we talked before about room descriptions burying the lead?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. 100% this.
Hey guys, there's a dragon. But I don't think they know we're here.
Are you pointing out the dragon with your third action?
Yes.
All right. TikTok, there's a dragon.
Good gracious.
And we just skirt around the edge and not even bother the dragon.
I'm gonna say
So did she pull down the curtain? Can we all see into the room now?
Yeah, I'm imagining that she kind of yanked the curtain. It was held up like with a couple of nails, like thumbtacks almost. So it was pretty
Oh, I
easy to
see.
pull down.
okay. I'm gonna do a seek action to try to see if I can tell where the invisible kobold is, because I feel like I feel like I want to find them before they maybe tell the dragon there's intruders.
Okay, which
No, they didn't
direction?
seem to want to bother the dragon.
Well, I mean that was before we attacked them, so you know.
All right, so
alright,
you're
so
doing a
seek
cone
action.
or a radius around yourself.
Let's go in a radius around me.
Okay, go ahead and make your secret perception. Oh, you think they're somewhere over here?
Okay. So in
I have to
that case,
keep suppressing my urge to like anytime you're like I move there or over here, I've got that audio urge where I'm just like, ah.
so I'll take a 5-foot
visual
step
thing.
to that square, and then I'm going to attack them. I assume I have a 50% miss chance. Is that how that works in second edition?
I believe it's a flat check.
Yeah, flat checks.
Flat check. Okay, so let me see if I hit him. All right, so 13 will get through the miss chance,
Yeah,
and
you hit
then
Nice.
I'm gonna. Well, I gotta strike him.
Well, okay, you could hit them potentially.
I'm gonna potentially try to hit him.
Ooh.
29.
You critical because they are still scared of the puppet stuffed animal.
No, I feel so bad. My weapon is non-lethal.
Oh my lord! Over here rolling 11s and 12s on those.
I mean, I
D12s.
didn't think I was building such a very hurty character.
You have knocked out the last kobold, who eventually becomes visible but is unconscious.
Hey, good news, guys. I got him.
Oh, the dragon looks like they could use some help. Perhaps
No,
we should
no.
go and assist them.
Just. No.
I'm just saying. Time appears to be broken, and this dragon looks to be fixing something. I think that
I
there's a.
say we leave the dragon alone for the moment. Come back to it.
I just
Great
think
dragon
we're
is much
helping
bigger than
people.
us. We need to find Inda.
So as you maybe take a second to scope out the rest of this room, there's a couple of things that are interesting. There are a total of 13 carved statues in alcoves along the walls. Each of them look like a different depiction of Shaika, different features, different ancestries, but all wearing the same robes with hourglasses on them. In the far corner to the kind of the the northeast is what looks like some sort of broken circle with runes and stone. It's like fragmented almost. In the center where these two staircases lead into a like a raised area that has that machine on it. You can hear kind of unpleasant ticks and whirs and hums, the sound of obviously malfunctioning machinery. The dragon herself is not like any dragon you've seen. She has swirling purple scales and a slight glowing halo around her spine-crowned head. Her wings ripple like gossamer lit by moonlight. And strangely, some of her scales look pristine, and others look weathered and worn as though they're different ages. In fact, some of her spines look ancient, and some of her spines look like she's a baby dragon. And she continues to kind of grumble to herself, craftsmen, tinkerers, amateurs. She has like a little toolkit open next to her, and she's like got these little tiny pince-nez glasses on the bridge of her dragon nose as she like looks at this tiny intricate machinery that she has open. You don't see Inda anywhere.
Excuse me, ma'am.
We're like not talking to the dragon.
I would like to speak to the dragon.
All right. The dragon
Don't worry,
glances up,
I'm flame proof. Don't worry.
looks over.
We should have identified her first.
If you have Arcana, you can.
I can't identify.
I really want to know what kind of dragon is going to destroy us.
Okay, go ahead and
Okay,
make an
Arcana
Arcana check,
people.
and then we'll do some chatting.
I didn't roll that as blind.
You did not. You think this is a dragon? TikTok. You think this is a time dragon?
Well,
You don't know a lot about time dragons, but you know that they are the most powerful of outer dragons. So they're often watchers and waiters that guard the universe against anyone who would interfere with the natural temporal order. I mean, they can travel in the vacuum of space. They can, as they get older, stop time. They can travel to any point in time a total of 3 times in their lifespan. But you don't really remember anything specific as far as like strengths, weaknesses. You think that they breathe electricity sometimes.
Oh, well.
TikTok will just like rattle that off real quick.
She looks down. Actually, she looks across, sees nothing, looks further down, finally sees you, because she is, of course, a large-sized dragon. And peers down, snaps her jaws a couple of times in annoyance, and then waggles her pliers in your direction. More mortals here to tamper with time. The last one nearly reset all the time. I suggest that you leave immediately. How did you even get here? And she glances and sees her unconscious / dead minions.
Just unconscious.
Well, there's one that's dead.
Oh.
We made an appointment. Deception check.
Sure. Let's do it.
Oh my gosh, this can't end poorly.
I don't have a calendar. There are no appointments.
Well, the kobold said we can make an appointment.
But
That's what I
also
get.
you got all the time for appointments. So like, why not?
I'm Magni. These are my friends, Hannelore, TikTok, and Piper. Piper Chubbles.
I am Cadenzera.
Cadenzra.
Yes.
Well,
We-
you
I'm
seem-
very busy.
We don't want to bother you or anything, but I think we're looking for the person who may have broken your time.
What if
The
we were to-
Anigobu.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I took care of her. She won't
Oh.
be doing that again.
What does that mean? What does that mean? We need to find her.
Oh, I put her in my maze box.
Can we have her
Maze
back?
box.
No, I'm busy. I have to fix this. And
Can
if
we
you don't
help you
leave,
fix
I'll have
this?
to eat you or something. Actually, you all look disgusting. I don't want to eat you.
I'm made of fluff. You can't eat me.
I have to bat you around like some sort of cat or... How did you even get in here? Time is frozen in this region. You're not frozen.
We had a
No,
key.
no.
She moves closer to all of you and like peers way, way down. Like, curious.
Hello. So perhaps we can assist you with your problem, and then you can then assist us with our problem. And then everyone wins.
She
have
glances
very
over at
small
her
hands.
dead kobold friends / unconscious kobolds.
They're unconscious. We didn't do anything bad to any of them.
Fine. If you can be useful and we can fix this, then maybe I'll release your Inda person.
I am nothing if not useful. And rock.
Well, you are small. Your hands are going to be easier and better equipped at manipulating this little machine over here. So here's how this is going to work.
TikTok
You
comes
can
forward.
convince her to release Inda when you have essentially made her friendly. But we're going to use a system called influence points.
Okay.
And so
Cool.
you need 6 influence points. You can earn influence points a bunch of different ways. Some suggested ways are to, you could straight up just be really cute and charming and use diplomacy. You can help her with a crafting check. You could do athletics to kind of carry stuff or hand her tools. You could do a performance check just to kind of be the entertainment while she's working.
I can give her light.
You could give her light. You could do a thievery check to help like with the little dainty pieces of the clock device. So you let me know what you want to do, and then we'll make some checks and you can earn some points. You'll get 1 for succeeding, 2 for critically succeeding, and -1 for losing. Also, Velcor gives everyone a hero point, each player.
Ooh.
Effeldam gives Jordan a hero point, and Rick a hero point, and Heidi a hero
I'm
point,
full up.
and Rachel a hero point, and me a villain point.
Oh,
Thanks, Effeldam.
I mean, it's fair, but
Thanks, Velcor.
And then Angel says hi
Thank
to
you all.
Heidi.
Okay.
Hi, Angel.
All right.
So I was going diplomacy, but you just mentioned athletics, and I am much
Yeah.
better at being strong.
I am too. I can do strength, and I can Aziz light.
I will do crafting because I was already working on some of the schematics for this, and also that's my highest skill.
And are these blind or public rolls?
These do not have to be blind because you're going to earn points for them anyway, so you're going to know. So they can be public. Go ahead and let's do our first round. Let me know what you are doing. So let's start with TikTok. What is TikTok doing? Describe what you are.
TikTok just starts like chatting with her and being like, okay, so what do you want me to do here? And then like reaching his hand in and like, twisting things or like trying to move gears and
yes,
try to
that
fix it.
one. Turn it counterclockwise 18 degrees. Yes.
Oh, and someone says
27.
that that point they gave you, Jess, was for produce a helpful item. I don't know.
Oh. Helpful item. Healing potion.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
The party has a healing potion. Although you haven't actually been hurt.
Yeah, we've been very efficient.
I was gonna say technically
Oh.
I could spend some time fixing up Piper, but
You have a bunch of potions.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm not down by much. I'm doing okay.
he does that. TikTok does
Well,
this
hold
thing
on to
where he
it
like
for now.
he opens up and he has like a little needle and a little thread. That's like his med kit.
We may need it if things go very poorly with this dragon.
I mean, yeah, we'll see how that goes.
All right.
I did get a 27. on my
TikTok
craft.
succeeds. You get 1 point.
Yay!
So the party now has 1 point.
To lose.
I don't know why.
That is not in English.
Sorry, that was
What the heck
supposed
is
to be
that?
common.
Nope,
Oh,
that's
no.
not common either.
Why?
At least whatever that number is isn't the butt symbol we saw earlier.
Sometimes fairies like to
We can
write
mention
butts.
that. We're PG-13 rating. We can mention that.
It's
Oh,
butts.
man.
It's fine.
All right. So excellent. So TikTok is helping manipulate items. And the item was for Heidi. So Heidi has a healing potion.
I see.
Piper, what are you doing? How are you being helpful?
Is producing light for them helpful? Like when you hold a flashlight into the machine, I can just turn my eyes on.
Give me an athletics or an acrobatics check to balance so that you can angle the light correctly.
Okay, those are both the same. I'll go for acrobatics just to change it up a little.
Just to be different.
Excellent. Very fun.
Just to be different. That's right. Hey, not bad. Rolled a 14 for a 25.
All right. Yep. Piper helps you shine the light just the right place, and you don't shine it in the dragon's eye. So she's very happy about this. All right. So you have 2 points. So let's roll around to Magni.
All right. Yeah, I'd be happy to just go around and hold up things for extremely long periods of time, as I'm very good at staying very still and holding heavy things. So I'm
Excellent.
thinking athletics for that.
Perfect. She has you hold up
Shaboom.
her toolbox.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and hero point that because why not? I've got
Yeah, I
it.
was
is
going to
below
say
10.
that does not pass.
All right. So let's go ahead and mark off a hero point there and try that again.
Oh,
Oh,
Good.
that
Can't
does
double
not
hero
pass.
point that. Yeah.
You shift in
It's a
just the wrong
fortunate
way.
fact you can't use two.
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on. There we go.
Oh,
that's so sad.
The sad confetti.
Oh.
Oh.
Excellent. All right. So
I'm
you
very
didn't hurt the
tired.
party. You just didn't help. So that's something. And then we're over to Hydelon. No, this is
Hydelon.
Annalore.
Hannelore.
Annalore.
You're so used to playing with me on Discord.
I
You're just
know,
like,
Discord
Hydelon.
handles.
Hydelon.
A lot of H's happening.
Yeah. Hannelore is gonna get in there, like down in the gears, and just kind of go wherever Cadenzra needs her to go, and we'll use thievery to manipulate and help out there. So
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, you certainly help. You don't critically help, but you do help. So that brings you up to a total of 3. She seems happy so far. She hasn't bitten any of you or, crushed you under her, gigantic claws. So far so good. Let's head back around. TikTok. Do you want to continue doing the same? Do you want to do something else?
We're going to continue crafting.
Crafting.
Wow.
Nice.
All y'all
31.
needed was a bunch of hero points because it's
Apparently
like
just a plethora was all we needed.
You don't critically help, but you do help. So you're up to 4.
Yay.
Getting there.
Helping. I feel like a Skittermander right now.
I know, it's very Skittermandery of you. Piper.
I will continue to shine my light.
This little light of yours.
little
This
light
little
of
light
yours.
of Piper's.
27 with a 16.
Man,
Oh,
okay,
God.
yeah. Y'all are
Nice.
just boss moding this.
We're just all
We are-
terrified
It's
of
like
the dragon.
we were made to help fix clockwork things.
We are
I feel like I
extraordinarily
made the
helpful.
DC too easy. And it's up to Mavney, I believe.
Ugh. My dice spin all over the place, so let's see what happens.
Oh, no!
Reroll.
Yeah,
No!
boy.
Wait.
Hero.
It can't get any worse, at least.
Oh God, it's the last one. All right, let's see what happens.
It's still not a pass,
Yeah,
but at least you didn't take a point away.
it's true.
All right.
I'm just sitting there like crushing beams with my bare hands.
Yeah, Magni's just like, this is too delicate of work.
I'm not very good at finesse. Agile. My hands are agile weapons, but not good at finesse.
for beating things.
Technically, they're finesse too.
They're
Anyway,
weapons, not tools.
Cadenzra's just like, why don't you just move? She gives you some go move that rock over there, back and forth.
I'm used to just standing in gardens holding bowls over my head for birds. What I spent my pre-puppet existence as.
I miss the birds.
I miss the birds.
all
Oh,
right,
they
Annalore.
tormented me so.
Do the same thing. Oh no! I'm
Okay.
also going to be using a hero point.
All right, here we go. Now we're using those hero points.
Save us, chat, and your infinite well of hero points. Oh, there we go.
All right, 6. Great. So you get her to she's about halfway. She seems happy. She looks down at all of you and she says, all right, you're all very helpful. What do you
Yes.
want to know?
Where's Inda? Or how do we get our Inda back? We need our Inda.
I release her from my maze box. Yes.
How
Will
do
you
we
do
make
that for
that
us, please?
happen?
It's a secret.
Okay, but how do we
Well,
get
what
the
if-
secret?
What if you do it and we just all turn our backs? And then we won't know
Yes.
the secret.
Yes. This is fine. This I can do. Yes. Turn around,
All
all
you
of
have
you.
to do is ask politely. Just kind of, pats Piper on the back.
TikTok gets like the tiniest little hand mirror out and like puts it up to the edge of his eyes so that he can kind of see what's going on.
If I learned anything from being a bird bath, it's that a little bit of honey brings out the hummingbirds, not vinegar.
All right, give me a thievery or a deception check for that.
Oh no, I don't want to
maneuver
actually do it if I have to roll for it. No.
Hannelore, absolutely no.
I've only got a 1 in both of those, and that's not good.
All right, you turn away, and she spends a moment, clicks open a thing, does a thing. There's like a magic, like whirring noise. And then all of a sudden there's like a pop, and Inda hops out and is there and looks at all of you. Wow. Never in 100 years would I have guessed you'd all come out here. Look at you taking all that initiative.
You were gone for 2 days. 2.
Oh, 2 days. It felt like forever. I was just in a maze with doors, and there were more doors, and then there were doors after that.
TikTok runs over and hugs her in her anklets, like full on, like, you know, monkey cuddle, like
Yeah.
using legs and arms.
Well, she's also small, so she's
Oh, she's small sized. Oh, okay, never mind. Then
All right.
I cannot do that.
all right. And she turns and she looks at the dragon. She pats you and hugs you and whatnot. And she turns and looks at the dragon and says, "Oh, well, thank you for letting me out of that box. I understand that I made some mistakes with that there clock, but I would really like to be able to redeem my good name as a wonder crafter." The dragon like stares down at Inda for a long moment. No, you can't touch this. This is not for you. You can leave. Leave or back in the box.
But
Oh,
what is it?
Kidensura looks over at Piper. This is the Crux of Infinity. Sorry, that's Inda's voice. It was created by followers of Shaika, and they used it to look across time and space in order to better understand the threads of time, etc., etc. It's been broken for like 300 years or something, which is nice because I was getting very tired of babysitting it to make sure they didn't ruin everything, because mortals ruin everything, really, honestly. And then this one came along and she kind of motions to Inda, started mixing with it, made some sort of mistake, got some wires crossed, put us all in a temporal stasis. And then I came back in, as is my way, and trying to fix this blunder. She could have reset the entire timeline. She could have closed the door to the future permanently. She could have created a temporal loop. There were 1,000 things she could have done.
So why don't you just leave it broken if it's, dangerous like that?
I was leaving it broken. She tried to fix it. She broke it in a worse way. And now I can't leave a temporal stasis like sphere here. That defies how time is supposed to work.
I see. So you're some sort of time
Keeper.
cop.
Time
Yes. Yes. I have been known as such. We had uniforms once. No, just kidding.
I bet they were dashing.
They were a little retro, really. Anyway,
Coming back
go
around.
along. Away. Nice to meet you, but also I hope I never see you again. Go.
Could we maybe help in any way? And we're very helpful. Perhaps taking a central component and throw it into the sea.
Who are all the people in the alcoves?
Oh, those are Shaikas. Just a bunch of Shaikas.
Like, could you tell me how Shaika works exactly? I know that there's like there's multiple Shaikas all at the same time in different times, but like, could you explain that better? Because it kind of is hard for my head to understand.
Okay.
TikTok pulls out his notes.
So there's only really one Shaika at any given time, but time isn't as straight and linear as mortals always think of it. It's more of a Jeremy, Baramy, timey-wimey type of a thing.
All right, so Shaika is a time lord, confirmed.
It's more of a rug, really.
Yes, with a lot of threads and weaving and whatnot. So in this specific point in time, Shaika is one thing or one type of person. And, 2 minutes from now, it could be a different type of person. But typically only one Shaika at any given point of time.
But that would mean that there are an infinity conjunction of Shaikas.
Yes. Does this not make sense? This is just very normal stuff on the dimension of time. I don't know about you mortals, but this is just very normal stuff.
TikTok looks at Inda and sees if Inda understands any of this.
Inda has been sneaking over to the device while Cadensera is talking and is just about to reach in when Cadensera roars in anger.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I said no. But Inda's already like in there trying to work on stuff. So we're gonna have to roll initiative
Oh no.
Oh,
Ooh.
and
Gosh dang it, Inda.
because
and,
Inda
We're so
Oh, no.
polite.
has a compulsion which requires her to fix broken things.
I know
Oh,
this compulsion.
no.
I feel like TikTok got a little bit of that rubbed off on him.
Oh, well, we tried.
Oh. Hey, oh, hey, that
Ouch.
wasn't us.
That wasn't you. That was me.
I'm fine with
Oh.
this.
Dragon fight.
Oh, goodness.
Dragon fight.
And
I
I
don't-
have
I
a
don't
hero
wanna
point.
Hurt a dragon.
How did all of us not roll a natural 1 and still roll lower than the dragon? Jeez.
She is a very cool creature.
Yep.
All right. I haven't begun the encounter. Magni actually gets first initiative.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
So the dragon has roared. Inda is essentially here. She's a non-combatant. And so she'll be kind of over here doing her own thing.
All right. I really don't want to do this, but oh well.
Can we not just
Magni.
drag Inda out of this machine and get her out of here?
Let me go ahead and get a will save from you since
Come
you
back
are
right.
within 90 feet of this dragon.
Will save from me, you say?
Indeed.
All right, let me move myself back there real quick, and let's go ahead and throw that will save out.
You succeed, but you are
Alright.
frightened 1. So for this
Okay.
round, you'll have frightened 1.
Mm.
It will go away at the end of the round, I believe.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and step my way forward, and I'll go ahead and mountain stance again, and I'll punch. My slightly
Excellent.
low. You know what? I'll flurry of blows. I'll punch twice.
Mm.
Punch.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
That will
Shaboom.
strike does not critical.
All right.
Oh, my.
It's gonna make this difficult. That would be non-lethal, but not that it matters too much at this early stage. I don't think 10 points of damage is going to take her down.
It is
And-
not. Let me see. So you wallop her in the foot.
Hooper in the snoot? No. you step on her toe.
You
I'll
step
go
on her
ahead
toe
and try
really hard.
a second punch here with my flurry.
All right, and on the back punch, you go wide as she kind of moves out of the way just in time.
Just in time, dragon.
Ha ha ha. ha. All right. That brings us to the dragon, which will take herself a little move action, a little move action back. Kind of away from all of you, and then she will breathe.
Oh, actually, when she steps back, let me go ahead and kick in my reaction here.
Ooh.
And I'm going to go ahead and throw a standstill out. So, creature
Oh,
within the range
nice.
uses a move action to leave a square. I will strike at my foe as they attempt to flee.
All right, let's see.
So, strike. Boom.
Oh, nicely
Yeah.
done.
I could not have asked for that to work better. So, I strike, hit. If the attack is a critical hit and the trigger was a move action, you disrupt that action.
Yeah, so she's not moving.
Nice.
So, let me go ahead and
man.
throw that damage out while I'm
Yeah,
at it.
do that.
Shub.
Oh,
yeah.
ouch.
Owie.
Wow.
She
I'm sorry. but
she
also
looks out at
shaboom.
you with disdain
Oh,
and breathes anyway. She just won't catch Hannelore. It's a 30-foot cone. She breathes out. I will need everyone. I will need everyone to make a will save because she chooses not to do electricity and instead to do something called shifting time.
ooh.
The sands of time
Time
wash
to
over
hero point
you.
that.
Do I need a hero point? I don't know. I'm actually out of hero points.
I'm definitely hero pointing that one.
Uh-oh.
How do we re-roll hero points? I forget.
You should just right click and then re-roll.
Yeah,
and
right
keep
click on the hero
result.
points right underneath your character's name on your character sheet.
Okay,
then
that
just
just
roll it
removed
again.
It. Okay.
Yeah, it just moves and you roll it again.
All right. We'll save.
So far, no one has saved.
Oh, then I will use a hero point.
I save! Yay for me!
All right, TikTok
Perfect,
has
20.
saved.
You critically save, in fact.
Yep.
You do. Good for you.
Okay. I used a hero point and I re-rolled. I got a 29 that time.
All right, so here's what we got. So TikTok, the sand washes over you. You feel nothing. Everything's fine.
I'm metal.
Piper, the sand washes over you. You're mostly unaffected. You do succeed, but you will be slowed 1. As you almost feel it's like you had to use your mental fortitude not to be pushed out of the timeline. Magni, you are thrown forward in time 1 round, but this means essentially you disappear from the physical area and you reappear in 1 round. So at the end of the dragon's next turn, you appear again.
Oof.
Oh well, at least I got to use my cool reaction.
I know you did it.
Yeah, that was cool.
All right, and yep, that's her. Hannelore, this dragon just breathed on your friends.
What the heck did you do to Magni? Bring Magni back.
He'll be back when the time is right.
The stars align.
I
Hannelore
will
is
need
going to
a
take
will save from Hannelore for being in the
Whoa.
scary dragon's presence.
Yes. Saves will roll.
Saves will roll.
Saves will roll.
That is not a success.
Yeah.
You might have hero points.
I do have hero points. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll that. Is there a? I don't know.
Oh,
Ouch.
Oh no.
I know that
Ouch.
feeling.
You
Yeah.
are frightened 2.
Okay.
So you fail. You're scared. You're frightened 2.
All right. So we'll go ahead and use the 1 shot, 1 kill again to get that D6 that I keep forgetting to roll, and then we'll move myself
Yeah, definitely do that.
30 feet. To over here, and while I'm running, I'm going to do a running reload, and turn around and fire the harmonica gun. The bullet hums as it aims straight for. No, I'm too scared. It's not working.
You fire the general direction, but you do not land a hit.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and because there's a 20 on every die. Oh wait, no, because I need to. Nothing to take cover with. Okay, just
This
a
is
regular
a lip.
reload.
You could probably hide behind the lip of this raised platform. You are pretty small.
Is it high?
Because it's like a 5 foot up thing.
Is it small enough that I could reasonably fire over it if I'm standing next to it,
You could be on a step. And then
And
it
hide
would be.
and take cover on the step?
Yeah. Because the
Okay.
step's about like a foot up or something, and you're like a foot tall. So if you crouched behind it a little, seems reasonable.
If you're okay with me retroactively moving myself, let's say here, and
That
doing a
seems fine.
covered reload.
That seems fine. So you take cover behind the first step off this platform.
Yep. So I'm going to take cover and interact to reload, and that will be my turn.
All right. TikTok. The dragon done punched your friend out of time.
Wow. Yeah, that straight happened. Well, time to activate the spanner and Megaton Strike. So here we go. Oh goodness. I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay. I was gonna say that does not hit.
Yeah,
Where have all the good rolls gone?
it happens. There we go. That's a 30.
That hits.
Yay!
Here we
damage.
go.
Yeah, you rocket.
Oh, that was
you
four-
rocket
four
axe
damage.
into her.
Non-lethally rocket
Rocket
axe into
Man.
her.
Non-lethally boop her with the rocket axe.
Yep. And then I guess I'll go for broke because I've got really nothing else that I can kind of do. So I'll try to hit her again, although
Okay.
I probably
Kinda swing
won't.
back. You
That's
try
20?
to hit her again, but you kind of, it's a really heavy weapon, and you just kind of don't quite get the angle right when you swing the second time.
Okay. Well, I tried. At least I got one hit on.
You did. Piper.
So, seeing her mentor in peril, Piper begins to rage, and her eyes turn glowing red, and she wields her great axe.
Oh, I also need a will save. Sorry, I need a will save from TikTok
Oh,
and
yeah,
Piper
that's right.
for the scary dragon, and then we'll be done with those.
Rolled an 18 for a 29.
A 29.
I suppose I
does
can use another hero
succeed.
point.
It's a separate
have
check, so
one.
yes.
It's a
Yep.
You
separate.
have
So
one.
I'm gonna re-roll mine.
You're one of
Rachel
those lucky
succeeds.
sods
You're
that
the
have
frightened one.
hero points.
Well, I'm out now. I just burned 2 in one round. 23.
23 will succeed on the nose, so you are just going to
Yay!
you're just frightened one. The one would
Cool.
not have mattered. You would have hit regardless, so. That's
Yay!
Okay.
All right. Sorry,
Isn't-
Piper, you rage.
Isn't there a way to like drag the rage over, like to just make it?
Rage.
Yeah, if you click the thing and put it in the chat, you should be able to drag it.
That's what I.
You
tried
might
to
also have
do.
an action. I don't know if you have it under the actions tab to enable rage.
Not that I see.
Okay.
Oh wait,
well,
wait. Yes. Oh, what did that do? Hold on.
I got it. I'm going to pull it onto you. Rage.
It just kept coming up with a weird text. I now have 3 rages on there, but it still didn't want me to drag it over. Like
Ooh,
it just
triple
says
rage.
no.
Much rage.
Did it work? I don't know.
You know, technology is just the best.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I put it in the chat if nothing else.
Okay, but now what?
Well, now you're raging.
Now you're raging.
Okay, so now I don't have to do anything else. Like that's it. Okay.
Should.
I don't know if it's going to adjust your character, but oh well.
I think it did. Oh well, striking while
Once again,
raging.
What gets edited out of the podcast?
Oh,
You get the behind the
nice
scene-
one.
Ooh.
Shouldn't
Wow,
do that one
you
in
Nice.
critically hit the dragon.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Crit.
Ooh.
So you had to move, right? Or do you have reach with that great sword?
Oh no, I think I did need to move. I think I forgot to say it. Because I don't think I have
You could have.
reach.
Well,
stepped
because you rage,
up
move,
next
and
to the,
attack. So
Yeah, I would have stepped up.
Well, you
forward.
are slowed, so you only get 2 actions this round.
Oh,
But is rage a free action?
No.
not single action.
You could choose not to rage yet and just strike.
Oh,
Or you could rage and not strike and move.
but then I don't get all my stuff.
just don't rage, and you know.
Okay,
I don't
will
know if the
not
bonus is
rage.
actually being added anyway.
I don't know.
We'll figure
It
this
doesn't
out
look like
later.
It
I don't
doesn't
think
look
it
like
did.
So
No, I don't think it
if
did.
you didn't
What I
rage,
did was
you
still
stepped
good.
Yeah, you stepped forward. You swung at the dragon. You critically hit the dragon. The dragon looks down at you and claws out at you.
No.
As its reaction, violent retort. You have critically
no.
hit it, therefore it will hit you back.
Mm.
Is
23?
it precision damage by any chance?
It is not. Will a 23 hit you?
Yes.
All right, she slashes into you with a claw, attempting to rip open your stuffed belly. The 17 points of damage.
Dang it, I thought I had something to help. Sorry, how much?
17.
Ow.
Ouch.
Yikes.
All right, Magni, you don't feel any effects at all for you. You're just not here right now. And when you come back, it will be as though you never left.
Which is going to be awkward because I think that Piper is now in your space.
I'm
Piper
just
is now in his
swirling off
space.
through this blue swirly void.
Yes. Kininsura is very unhappy. She looks down at TikTok and Piper and will do a draconic frenzy, beginning to strike out, essentially getting her 2
Great.
strikes. So she starts by trying to bite the stuffed animal,
No.
the Chubbles,
I'm not,
32?
I don't know if I'm an animal. I'm just kind of a thing.
the little stuffed friend. A 32, I believe, is
You're a little
critical.
Jawa.
See, Rick should pull up. I think the Chubbles is on the shelf above him so that everyone can see what a Chubbles really
I think
is.
Jess desperately wants to know if she just criticaled you.
Did I critical you?
Oh. Is
Rachel's
that,
like, if I
it's more
ignore
than
this
10,
long enough.
Is that
Yes.
a critical?
It's
Then
definitely
yeah,
yes.
you
10 or more,
critical
yep.
me.
All
Yeah.
right, Kininsura bites into you for just so much damage. 38
Ooh.
damage.
Wow.
There's
and a
fluff
D8
everywhere.
and a
We need
D8 of
hero
electricity. So 7 electricity.
Wow.
And then, because she has more attacks, she will go ahead and claw out at TikTok because you hurt her. She's mad at you.
Yeah, you know.
A 30 to hit click clock. Click clock.
Yes, but
TikTok.
that is thankfully not a critical. So
Did
there's
you
at
say
least that.
Click clock.
I said click clock. I don't know. I don't know,
TikTok.
man.
Yeah, it wasn't a critical at least. So
All right, she claws out at TikTok for
Ow.
14, scraping along your little wind-up body.
a little body.
I'll dismantle all of you. Oh, and she gets one more. She'll claw again over at Piper, because of course she will. 22.
Yeah.
Will hit. All right, she
Yikes.
hits Piper.
So
For
how
24.
much until I'm dead?
You are
You just
now
go to 0.
dying 1.
I'm
Yep.
dying 1. Yes.
And everyone
so
has
was it a
another
critical?
hit point. Somebody donated and gave everyone hero points.
Hero points.
Hero
Thank
points.
you so much.
Yay.
You will be able to use hero
Thank
points
you.
to stabilize,
Awesome.
etc.
Yeah.
All right, and that is 2 of her actions. She has one more. With her last action, she will move back. At the end of her turn, I've got to move you a little bit because I've got to get to Magni. Magni becomes visible, but because that space is occupied, gets shunted, which does some damajo.
Oh.
You were only pushed 5 feet, so it only does a d6 of damage just from the impact, essentially. So
Oof.
4 points of damage as you get shunted into the space right next to the unconscious and dying Piper.
Ow. Oh. Oh, I seem
right.
to have missed something. Sorry, I blacked out for a second there.
That's a lot of status effects.
Well, dying one. On the bright side, you're no longer frightened. On the not sad side, it is Hannelor's turn.
Did my frighten go down from 2 to 1 at the end of my last turn?
Yes, it should have.
Okay. It
I think
still
I
looks
saw
like
it go down 1.
in my
It
corner.
should be 1 this time.
Okay.
Oh.
It says
okay.
2 in like
There we
up
go.
in the
Yeah,
upper
it
got
left.
says
There
2
we
in the
go.
chat.
I got it. I fixed it.
Hannelore is going to bravely go ahead and run up the stairs and over till she's adjacent next to Piper, and will pull out that healing potion, that lesser healing potion.
Yay.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
And that is let's see, 2d8 plus 5 hit points. So that I will be rolling for
Piper.
12
Nice.
hit points back to Piper.
Ew.
So that's move, interact to draw, and interact to feed. So that's all 3 of my actions.
Okay. All right, so Piper's back up. You are prone and flat-footed, and you have the wounded one condition, but you are alive.
So what does the wounded do for me? What does that
Just
mean?
matters if you keep going down. So you don't want to yo-yo in this
Oh,
game.
crap. I accidentally... Okay, there we go.
All right, TikTok.
They told me there was no way that explosions could heal people, but they were wrong. I used Searing Restoration on Piper. Basically, stuff a bunch of I don't know, fluff and little bits of cloth and some needles in there, and whap her with my axe and deal 3d10 of healing.
What is happening?
I don't know, but I love it.
This. I love it. You get 19 back. I have to roll a flat check to see whether my thing explodes on me.
Whoa.
13, so that is not a failure, but it means that I will not be able to use that unstable actions anymore. So I can't use any of my explosive leaps or anything like that. But I can use Megaton Strike, so I'm gonna strike this dragon.
Is it only one action to do that heal?
It is one action to do that heal. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's the thing where you can't use it for a minute if you fail or crit fail. So
okay.
basically, if I could make that 17, I could keep doing unstable actions. But this basically means it's kind of broken until I tweak it and fix it.
That's cool.
It's amazing. Searing Restoration, one of my favorite things on the inventor list. I'm gonna hit this dragon. 23 to hit the dragon.
23 does not hit the dragon.
Hero point. I'm gonna hit that dragon. I want this dragon. Yeah!
Wow!
Victory!
You hit the dragon. You cleave into the dragon.
This dragon. Oh yes.
Yes.
52
there we go.
non-lethal points of killing.
My
I
lord.
boop her on the snoot.
I will point out that I don't think you can do non-lethal points of killing in
Well,
second
you
edition
know what?
at least.
It's basically the rocket goes, but it just makes a little beep, squeaky sound or something. I don't know.
You knock the dragon in the head with your non-lethal rocket axe,
Yes.
and she collapses with a loud thud that shakes the whole place, though nothing falls.
TikTok just goes just puts his hand with his great axe up in the air. It's cool.
Agni just stretches a hand down towards Piper. Good game.
Wow. Y'all are mighty strong, y'all big folks.
Oh, you did quite well for yourself there.
Well, how do you know? You weren't even here to see it.
I just inferred.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment anyway.
Grab her.
Oh, yes. Lady, I think we should probably go before the dragon wakes back up again.
No. We have to fix the clock.
No,
Oh,
but
well.
you already tried to fix it, and you made it worse, and things
Being
are
broke
frozen
already.
outside.
Well, she made it worse without us here.
Yeah, you're here. You can help. Yes.
Seems like a bad idea.
I like to help.
I think we can fix it.
All right, tell me how you're helping.
Piper is just picking up fluff off the ground and just stuffing it back in. I'm still only at 31 hit points.
Oh, Piper.
I can start healing you up because I actually have medicine and a healer's tools.
I wish to
Alright.
lift heavy things to fix this. I also have medicine if you need me to take that and some healer's tools.
I've got a 10.
I've got plus 10, so we're fine.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do that, I can start trying to make the craft checks to fix the time bubble
Yeah,
effect,
your craft
maybe.
would maybe be more useful, and just I do have a hero point, so
Oh yeah, you got that too. That's a good point. Point.
All right, so we all get to work. So go ahead and let's get everybody's checks for whatever it is that they are doing. Magni does a great job of patching up.
So that's a critical
Piper.
success. So we bounce those 48.
Woo! Help stuff all that stuffing back in there. And sews everything
TikTok
back up.
passes the needle and thread.
Well, if you look at my art, I actually wear a little needle around my neck.
Just in case.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. 22 points.
Woo!
It comes out of a spool out of TikTok's chest cavity. There's a little
Yep.
spool of it.
It's kind of like there's like a Tumblr or something where somebody sends them old stuffed animals and then they repair them and bring them back to life. That's what I'm imagining.
So,
Yeah, we're going to be tied up doing that for the next 10 minutes, though.
Yep. So for 10
am,
minutes,
am
y'all are doing
I
that.
Am I still wounded then, or am I unwounded?
You're wounded till you hit full hit points again.
No, but you're fine.
No, it yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you're feeling much better. So let's get that crafting check from anybody doing crafting or thievery if you're
Crafting.
gonna get in there and do thievery stuff.
I'm crafting 19.
No, you're not.
Hero point?
I have no more hero points.
Oh.
I've
we
been
all
burning
just-
through
oh,
hero
yeah.
points.
We're gonna break
I'm gonna-
time, y'all.
Gonna use my hero point on that.
All right.
So. Oh, should my frighten be gone? That'll be.
Oh yeah, your frightened should
26.
definitely be gone. The dragon is not awake.
So
Still scared of
26
the
on that
unconscious
one.
dragon.
All right, Hannelore is actually very helpful. TikTok is
Less so.
less so. You're not making things worse. You're just not really helping.
He's still
I mean-
doing his victory lap after bringing the dragon down.
It worked. It worked.
Who knew?
All right, let's see how
He's
Enda
never
does
gotten
on
to
her
use it in combat.
crafting.
Oh
But I have
Um,
a villain point, which I can
yeah.
use on my NPCs.
no! Please use it.
Yes, please villain point that. Even though I don't think Enda's
I mean,
the
if
villain.
we break this, we really are the villains.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
No. No.
Again?
Fate has intervened.
Wow. All right. Well,
I'm just
I guess
gonna point out that Piper thought this was a bad idea.
As it was foretold.
I
more
foretold
villain
you so.
points, please.
Yeah, so it is not fixed. In fact, Enda starts to get old a lot faster.
Oh no.
Like scarily
Um,
fast. And the clock
um,
can start moving really, really quickly. And she kind of like scratches her head and it's like, let's try something else. Quickly. If you're aiding, roll your aids.
How do we aid? Just
Crafting,
Has
athletics.
it been 10
any of the
minutes? Can we
things.
jump back in?
okay.
Yeah, you can jump. It took definitely 10 minutes the first time.
Athletics.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I don't
Jump it
aid.
in.
oh,
Oh.
Oh, there's one aid.
Oh no, I'm gonna hero point that. Cause no.
No! All right,
So
minus
you
one.
give her a minus
How
one. Yep.
quickly the dice turn.
Magni
on
gives
us.
a +1, so it's a net zero.
All right, let's see how. Oh, okay, much better.
Ugh.
All right, and realizes she put a gear on backward and it was rotating the wrong way, and she kind of flips it around. You help. Piper accidentally breaks a little screw, but thankfully she has an extra in her kit. And, you get the clock kind of put back together, and it seems to be ticking again, which is nice. And it seems to be ticking the correct direction, and it seems to be, all very chill. And it kind of looks at it, thinks about potentially using it for something, but then shrugs and says, all right, we're done. We fixed this. So now we can go find something new to fix. Where do you want to head next?
Somewhere with
Away
clockworks,
from
please.
here. No more dragons.
Clockworks, please.
I think all the other puppets back in the workshop would be very happy to see you as well. So I think maybe we go back home and
Fix me.
have a nice cup of yes, and put her stuffing back in because it's
Oh, Piper. She walks over and kind of picks Piper up. I'm just assuming Piper's a little light because you're.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like-
I only put myself at like 10 pounds, but that's probably
literally-
overshooting it.
Yeah, you're probably like 5 maybe.
she literally
Yeah.
cannot build up to terminal velocity.
Yeah, so I'm probably closer to like 3 pounds maybe.
It's all
With
fluff.
my sword, I probably 5.
Awesome. So she picks you up. You all head back downstairs. As soon as you head like out of the door from this area, you notice that the door warden puts itself back where it was, and you notice that the key and the doorknob are missing. As you head back down to the second floor, you notice that the key and the doorknob are back on the statues somehow. But otherwise, everything seems nice. Do you take the mirror with you?
No, we should put it back.
Yeah.
but if
Alright.
we put it back, like, won't that potentially cause someone else to break time?
Maybe we
Uh,
keep it.
I'm just concerned when that dragon wakes up if everything is not put back just right. Just
Leave
a
the mirror.
thought.
Yeah, I say leave.
We leave it. Yeah, we leave the mirror.
All right, you leave the mirror, you head back.
Hannelore will make a thievery check to try and take it without anyone noticing.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do it.
Blind or
It doesn't have to be blind. Everybody, you know your own perception DCs. 24. Anybody not have a 24 perception DC?
Where do we find
I
the
don't.
perception?
It's your
DC?
perception plus 10.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, class DC 21. So no, not unless
Yep.
we're rolling for it.
Mm.
Nope,
All
right.
right. Hannelore pockets that mirror, which is the same size as she is. Oh, you know what? You put it in Fluffy's fluff.
Oh, that's smart. Who's gonna check the
Yes.
dog?
Exactly.
Dogs are inherently trustworthy.
Yep.
Sure. Even mechanical dogs.
Yes.
So you now have a magical mirror that the rest of the group has no idea you have. You leave. The island is still kind of hot and not pleasant, but now there's a slight breeze. The waves are crashing, so you can hear the sound of that. Gulls are cawing above and flying instead of just staying there in stasis. And you are able to return home mostly intact. And that is the end of our adventure.
Yay!
I think
Yay.
we got through it quick because we had so many friggin' 20s today.
My lord, y'all.
Like-
Yeah. No,
Ah!
don't do that. It lags out. the computer.
Rick
Goodness.
likes the confetti too much.
I like
Oh,
the.
no.
There's a reason why I removed that mod whenever I'm running. Confetti,
Oh
yes.
no.
Oh man.
Goodness.
Well, yeah. So that is the end.
Yeah.
We are a little bit early, 10 minutes or so
Yeah.
early. But if you haven't
Mm.
already, please consider making a donation to Jasper's Game
Absolutely.
Day. Working to prevent suicide, which of course mental health is a huge issue that we, all need to take care of each other on. And this is
Absolutely.
one way to do it.
Spending
health is
time with
very
your
important.
friends and going out and slaying monsters, or in this case bludgeoning them to unconsciousness, but whatever you want to do.
I tried my best to kill him. I don't know.
It's PG-13, so there was no blood.
I didn't even get to rage.
Nope.
I know, that was so funny.
That was so sad.
To be fair, you're doing a pretty good amount of damage without raging.
I know.
Yeah.
It's true. I've learned I need to just put twice as many monsters because apparently in specials you're going to get all 20s all the time.
Having so
Yeah.
many hero points really helps with that.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's true.
thanks
That's true.
to everyone for the hero points. They definitely came in
Absolutely.
handy, except for the time I rolled a 1 with it. But for the most part, they were really helpful.
All right. So I guess, signing off. I'm once again Jessica Jenkins with Find the Path. I am joined by Rick, Jordan, and Rachel, also from Find the Path, as
Yep.
well as Heidi from Fantastic Worlds, technically Far Beyond the Stars. You can find more information about our shows, our various shows, on our website, find-path.com, or on our Discord. Heidi, how did you learn stuff about Far Beyond the Stars?
So if you want to check out Far Beyond the Stars, we have a Twitter that's at Fantastic Pods. You can also check out our Discord, which you can access through our website, which I'm gonna have to say, I want to say it's fantasticpods.com, but it might be fantasticworldspod.com. I don't know that off the top of my head. You can also look us if you want to just straight up listen to Far Beyond the Stars or Fantastic Worlds, or and if you like but those, we also have a Patreon doing Greatest Show on Earth, which is a 2E production of Extinction Curse.
Ooh.
For $6 and up patrons, but you can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, pretty much anywhere that you want. So
All the podcast places.
Yep.
Yes.
Looks like that's at fantasticworldspod.com/far-beyond-d-stars
A lot of dashes.
Thank you.
And if you liked this adventure, I am posting it for free on our Find the Path Patreon. So patreon.com/findthepath for anyone. So it's just free. You can get the PDF version of it. You can run it for your
Awesome.
friends if you want to have your own session of Poppets to the Rescue. And if you want to see my custom crafted time dragon because that's not in second edition yet. The stats are there.
So is
Hey.
it actually called Poppets to the Rescue? Is that what you titled it?
Yep, Poppets to the rescue. It will post at
Nice.
9:01 Central Time.
Central,
So in
yep.
11 minutes.
Nice.
Awesome.
Mhm.
So yeah, go ahead and go out there, run that through, go on the social medias and let everyone know how phenomenally a job Jessica did with the designing and
Yeah.
and all the balance of this. And let us know if your players roll amazing and happen to like less than
How
one
well do
round
they do when
happening
they're
now.
not drowning in hero points? That's really the question.
Yes.
Did any of your
And-
puppets lose their fluff?
And most importantly, donate to Jasper's Game Day.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Donate
Definitely.
to Jasper's Game Day.
All right.
I'm really
so
curious
we're
where
gonna
we're
call
at
it
right
here.
now because I think
Oh,
it was
yeah, where are we?
23K
I
was
do
where we
wonder.
were just earlier. but-
So if I pull up the Discord right now, we are at
Discord?
27, or sorry, the
Yeah.
Twitch stream, because I have been actually pulling it up here. 2,700 and some change.
Wow, that's great.
Awesome.
That is not
Thank
bad
you
at all,
all
y'all.
for your
Yes.
generosity and for supporting such a good cause.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we're going to call it here. Good luck out there, and hopefully you tune in to the rest of the games that are part of Rolling in the New Year.
And you know
Yep.
what, guys? Have a happy new year.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Yes,
You
Happy
spent
New
New
Year,
Year's Eve
y'all.
with
Happy
us.
New Year.
Have a gentle New Year, one and all.
More confetti!
Yes.
Confetti. Ba-da-da-da.